Welcome back to the second episode of the
number 2. What is it called?
Podcast. Do we want to decide right now what it's called?
Do you have like ideas in mind?
I've thought about this for literally months. I've had probably hundreds of ideas. None that are just like, that's it. So I'm ready to just give up and say the WILDCAT podcast, the WILDCAST, Wild Times, Wild Chat. One of those.
You have a podcast?
You're on it.
Wait, that should be it. You have a podcast?
Where?
That's it.
Where is
one
it?
more
That should be what it is.
No
you
shit.
have a podcast?
I like personally the Wildcast.
All right, Smitty's the branding god. It's the WILDCAST. So welcome to the WILDCAST,
It's probably going
episode
to change
2.
next
True.
episode.
Shout out to the milk bag.
It's going to change.
Except it's technically the first episode to be called the WILDCAST.
Okay.
Unless I
I
go
don't
and rename the other one.
Right.
Either way, we have Smitty,
That's John.
good friend of mine.
What? You're Smitty, right?
Yes. Hello.
We can't be doing this bit 20
You have
seconds
bare
into this
fists?
shit.
We got it. For
Tyler's
the
pulling
episode.
out his phone to make sure he knows who he's talking to.
Fantastic. We
No,
got
I
it.
just have some. I
Do
just
not
have some
watch it.
statistics
Take
here.
attention
All
to
right,
it.
all right.
Hey, whoa.
Get a sponsor.
Don't put your arm up like that, buddy.
Smitty.
Do you have a
I'm
sponsor?
Jewish.
No, we might in post.
Fantastic.
Okay.
This
Sorry,
is a
cut
shit
that part
show
out
so
then.
far. All right. So we got Smitty, 3.17 million subscribers. Is that correct? Is that an accurate number? Is that about where we're at right now?
Fucking no.
All right. YouTuber for 8+ years. I have notes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And you post a variety of content, a
Yeah.
lot of Siege,
Yep.
a lot of predictions, the prediction master.
Yeah, okay.
And we also have John, aka Kryoz Gaming, also a YouTuber for 7+ years, 1.47 million subscribers.
Not
Just
bad,
a little
huh?
dinky little channel. Like he's just starting out, guys.
Pretty
You started off with some World of Warcraft content, then it was CSGO, now it's a little bit of everything, right?
Yeah. I actually had 2 other channels before my current one.
See, if your first channel sucks,
I had
dude, just
no
keep
idea you
making
did WoW
more. They'll still
content.
suck.
I did
but
WoW
one of them
content
might
for 2
grow.
Hey,
channels.
look into your mic when you talk.
Yeah, that's
Stupid
true,
Mage
that's true.
Bruh and Fatality Mob.
Fatality Mob.
Yeah.
That was your names?
Yeah. If you literally, I think
You know what?
Vern is the only person that knows me about Fatality Mob. Like knows
He's been
me when I
around
was
that
Fatality.
long. Hey.
Him and Brennan were
I
the
didn't know
first
that.
person I ever met, and like, well, not ever met, but like the people that I still know.
We're learning
In the
things about
scene.
each other. We don't even know.
Yeah.
Like this is big.
Me
for
and
us.
him are mostly just like sexually active partners. No, we
No,
don't really know
hold on.
much about each other. So it's like it's kind
It's
of
strictly physical between you two.
strictly physical. It's pretty much just like the only thing we exchange is cum.
I can't remember my my
Your
YouTube
social
names.
security?
I have yeah, my social security.
426
It doesn't exist. I'm
1337.
We don't have social
Also,
security.
shout out to the person that has
I
a
fucking-
social security.
I can't even talk to this
Can you
guy.
imagine having 42069 1337?
That'd be crazy.
That is
Is that
pretty
even
lit.
possible?
I don't.
It's
I mean,
probably
I don't know how
possible,
social security's
yeah.
numbers. Is it just like it's just
It's got to
ascending?
be random.
It's got to be
I don't
like
know.
some sort of system.
Okay. Also,
Yeah.
real quick before people get confused, Anthony, you are
Anthony's
here as well.
Oh,
Hello,
hello.
Anthony.
Now
Hi.
this episode is going to be mostly centered around these two.
I'm just
But
here to
me-
shout World Star every
But
once in a
Anthony's
while.
here. We're in Boston, by the way. We're at the Elephant and
Vertical,
Castle
please. I am begging.
Pub and Restaurant. They allowed us to use their meeting room downstairs. So we're actually in Boston at PAX East.
Yep.
This is the last day for most of us. Anthony's leaving in the morning.
That's right.
And instead of kicking him out, why
I'm
not
just
let him
here
hang
for it.
out, you know?
I might occasionally pop in and out getting beverages.
Yeah.
Who knows?
That's true.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Beverage
We're almost
orders for the squad.
Basically,
Get
just
it.
the producer, the guy that apparently will pop in every once in a while, like, "Oh shit, that store is legit."
I respect it.
He's
I want to go back personally.
He's the ad libs.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to go back to
Basically, take off.
first YouTube names because
Okay.
I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious.
Mine
Like,
is mine.
That's your first channel.
W1LDC4T40.
Well,
That's
of
the
course
first channel
that's
I
your
ever
first
made.
one. Of course it is.
43. That's what it
Like
was.
first one I ever posted on.
No, like do you have like multiple channels before this one worked out or?
Well, I never posted on any other channels. I think I had other channels like in the past where I just made it to watch content,
Mm.
but never to post it. Big Jiggly Panda is the first one I ever made that I actually posted videos on
Right.
ever.
Yeah, I
So
made
I
my
can't-
channel just to watch, which is why it's such a fuck name. But
Yeah, same. Well, I didn't
I
put
can't-
numbers in mine.
yeah, I did.
I think
I'm dumb.
there's one that I specifically remember. I think it was like a clan channel kind of thing. And it was like
like a community channel?
no, not
no,
really.
like a
It-
racist white supremacist.
It would be
Clan
like
with a K. Okay.
no,
Yeah,
I met 2 other guys and they were really cool. Shut Up Phil and Saunders, but they were
Saunders.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. Oh, wait. Saunders, like, wait, no, I'm
no,
thinking
he
of the
wasn't a
wrong person.
YouTuber or anything.
Like the Colonel?
no,
Colonel Saunders?
Colonel Saunders.
Wait, is
Bernie
that what I'm
Yeah, no,
thinking?
the
I think it's
channel
what-
name was
I
like-
genuinely think that's what I'm
no,
thinking of.
Barry Saunders. That's right.
I don't even know if I should be putting this out because I don't know what the hell is out on that channel because I don't even know if I deleted it, but it was like
You may want to
this
after
goes out.
Yeah, it's
Sure,
gonna
it's
be a
like,
few days.
it was like XKFX crew or something like that. It was like really.
There's gonna be tons.
There
of
were a few other ones as well, but until I settled on, for some reason, 2 I's and a 7 in my name. That was like, I think there was probably like 2 or 3 other ones, but XKFX crew is the only one I really remember because Phil and Saunders are really cool.
Okay.
Shout out to them for real
think-
because I think they pushed me towards this. So good for them. Yeah.
So
Shout out Phil and Saunders.
I know where the Wildcat came from because that's high school.
Yeah, my high school mascot, and it was Wildcat 43. That was my number in every
just
sport.
like you in
That was
every
my
other
mascot.
state, huh?
What was your
That was just what my first gamer
was
tag
it
was.
called the Wildcat at your high school?
It's called it was
The Wildcats.
the Wildcats. That was the mascot.
That's like
I feel like we
every
had
fucking state
Yeah,
ever.
I'm pretty
Yes,
sure, I'm
it
pretty
was
sure Missouri
generic.
had a Wildcats as well.
I thought it was cool
fucking
still.
county
It's
has a
still cool.
Wildcat.
Wildcat's cool, dude.
That's the most
I made it even cooler,
name
so.
ever. Like, what
That's
about
true.
the Cardinals? Did you guys have Cardinals in your state?
No.
Cardinals.
We
That's my
might
state
have.
bird.
That was a high school in the state that I lived in.
We're off to a great start.
That was the toughest thing I've ever seen you try to say.
Oh, you should see me.
I mean,
Dude,
so
I was
like-
trying to take a shit this morning. That was real rough. All right, buddy.
So Wildcat is Wildcat. Smitty obviously is that
Last
makes
name
sense.
Smith.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Kryoz?
Okay. Well, Kryoz is like
I know this.
the-
I know this.
Probably like this third-ish name that I kind of went with. Like Kryoz so Kryoz was the kind of the final one I wanted to go with because it was like I was a frost mage on World of Warcraft, so like cryophobia or like that type of area, but I changed it to a K. The first name,
Very
I think
cool.
the first area,
Okay.
nice, dude, very cool because it's about cryo, which is like cryogenics type of shit. Very, very sick, Tyler. You're always at the top of the fucking comedy fucking game. Let me tell you that, Bucko. Anyways, let me get back to my goddamn story. How about you don't interrupt me again? All right.
All right. Sorry.
Okay. How about you shut the fuck up? It's in the corner. Sorry. Anyways, Pitch
Podcast.
Pitch was my
That's why I'm here.
Pitch was my first name ever, and I actually
Bitch.
Pitch.
Oh,
Pitch.
okay.
So like,
Oh,
I went by Pitch Black, but then I changed it to Pitch,
Yeah.
and then eventually it went by Pizzich.
Yeah, because you're not a bottom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I probably would be a bottom. To be real quick segue. Would you guys get pegged?
No, not interested.
Okay,
Not,
so
ties
not
on the
into
line.
it. No.
No money.
No.
Just sexual pleasure, but no one's going to know about it.
What if it was Bezos and he
No.
offered me like
Okay. Actually, double question.
$3 million?
If you were to get pegged, T-girl or strap-on?
Wait, what the fuck?
What's a
What was
T-girl?
the first one? How do you know
a
that?
trans girl.
Oh.
So a
Can we
girl
just
that
say
has
that?
a dick. But like they're pre-op. type of
Honestly,
shit.
no.
But strap-on?
Is there
Well,
money?
I'm in a relationship.
No, there's
so
no
the only
money.
way
No,
would
then
be
why the
Kelly
fuck
with the
would I do
strap
that?
on.
I'm not into it.
I know she would take great pleasure in that. Hard pass for me.
Can we just like settle with like a finger?
I mean, honestly, a finger is better than both of these pussies. So pound it.
Yeah, there we
My
go.
man.
We'll go with that.
Hey, snap.
If Bezos
Snap.
wants to
Okay.
peg me with his pinky finger for $3 million, hit me up, Jeff.
Honestly, quick honesty, I wouldn't mind being pegged. But back to what I was saying. What was I saying?
Pitch.
Pitch.
Pizzich.
So yeah, that was my first channel. I actually used to play Counter-Strike. I think the first one I ever went under, super throwback, it was Broken Record. And I remember people bullying me online in CS 1.6 because
Why
of
did
it.
you like stutter?
No, I didn't stutter, but like I definitely repeated what I said a lot.
His name's Broken Record and he stutters.
No, I didn't. I repeated what I said, but I didn't stutter. Like people were like,
Oh.
I totally get why you're called Broken Record because I was like a 10-year-old kid just like talking on 1.6.
Oh, like you were
assault
you were
only.
saying call outs like 6 times in a row, right?
I didn't really do call outs because I'm shit at call. You've played Counter Strike and Siege with me. You know,
Yeah.
I'm shit at call outs.
Well, no one's worse than Nogla, that's
Oh
for
my-
sure.
He's right there.
I would rather Nogla be dead silent than him try to call something out. He just creates confusion.
God, dude.
I love when he gets angry when other people talk when he's
fuck?
Okay.
No, all love to Nogla.
Okay,
Before
so
we
We
move
love
on
that-
too much,
We love that fucker.
Now, one of the big reasons I wanted to do this podcast
Yes.
is to get to know a lot of the people I do know in this industry.
That's correct.
obviously my friends more.
That is me.
I know you
A lot.
guys well. I hang out with you a lot,
No.
but I don't know. Like, I didn't know this stuff. I didn't know these beginning channel names. I also don't even know like how'd you even get started gaming. What was the first game you played, and how
I
old
go.
were you?
I'm pretty boring with
I
this
think
stuff.
Star Fox 64. So a pretty
On the
solid
64.
start. Yeah, Nintendo 64. So a pretty solid start for considering how young I am. I mean, I'm born in 97, so I'm 22 years old, going on 23.
When was that game even made?
Probably like 99, probably something like that.
Oh,
He's a fucking toddler, dude, just jamming out with some Gerbers
Yeah,
in one hand.
my parents.
Star Fox 64.
Yeah, man.
he was sucking on the nipple with that fucking N64 control in his hand.
Fucking Slippy the Frog. Hated that bitch. Hated her. Stupid bitch always got herself killed.
Is that what you call Mama's today? Slippy the Frog.
No, that's Slippy the Frog from Star Fox.
Oh, my bad,
Dumb
my
idiot.
Both Slippy the Frog and Smash.
I always remember that because like there was a level where she'd always like go to try and fight this enemy alone, and I'm just be like why are you doing that? Like there's 5 of us and you're going alone. Like what are you doing? It's like Leroy Jenkins for real.
Lone Wolf, dude.
Stupid ass Slippy the Frog. Shout out to that bitch, but also fuck
Slippy,
her.
if you're listening, fuck you.
Whoever voice acted that bitch, fuck you.
I also want to preference, this is pretty late at night. I'm sure there's been drinks involved.
Absolutely a lot of drinks involved.
Constantly.
Maybe,
sitting here
some
with
legal
drinks.
Boston,
No,
Massachusetts
I'm just
weed.
messing around.
Oh, no,
Here's the
I'm
thing.
on the fully illegal shit.
John is not fully messing around. John wanted to talk about pegging 3 minutes in. So
There's literally nothing wrong with pegging.
Anyway,
I'm just
To be
saying.
fair, it was 8 minutes in.
The male
8
prostate is the G spot.
Thank you. Okay, so John, what game did you start
Now
with?
hold on, I'm not done
Oh,
yet.
all right, never mind.
Yeah,
So, Star Fox
Talk about the
64.
frog lady.
Yeah, so my parents were pretty they're pretty hesitant on the whole console thing because they were worried I would get sucked into it. I did. I did. It was a bad addiction, but hey, it led me to where I am today, and they're happy for me, and I couldn't thank them anything more. Also, Super Mario 64 was the game I spent the most time on. That was an absolutely fantastic game. If you haven't played that shit, it's worth going back and playing. Even on an emulator, it is one of the best games ever created. You're welcome. Fantastic. All right, John, you're up. Go ahead.
The first game I remember playing the most was CS 1.6. I remember my dad was like teaching me how to play against a work buddy he had called Tyler. And
Tyler was probably a beast, dude.
he actually, he grew his hair super long and they worked in the same company. I don't obviously, but he like was the first person I remember like playing kind of against, and like I was like 6 or 7 playing, like I think it was 1.5 possibly before Counter-Strike was like technically a game in the Half-Life beta. And then I also remember like Conkers and Crash Bandicoot, like with my cousin type of shit. Like I went over to my grandma's house and he had his N64 there.
I remember playing Conkers at like sleepovers.
Yeah, my
Conkers
cousin.
was
I would
so
just watch
good.
my cousin play it because he was pretty good at it, and I sucked, and it was just
Never
Yeah.
played it.
But
the
Counter-Strike,
game is hilarious.
I started on like FPSs pretty much. So
Hey, that was another one of my
That's
questions.
why-
Was like, you guys both are predominantly PC since I've known you, and I didn't know
Yeah.
like. So you started on PC then? Were you mostly PC the whole time? And then when did you start playing on PC?
yeah, pretty
Console.
much.
I started playing PC in like 2012 probably. Yeah.
Battlefield 3.
Yes. That was the first game on PC I installed.
19, what was it? 42?
No.
19.
Nope. Just
Columbus sailed the
John,
ocean
just
blue,
Battlefield 3, John.
1842.
John, we talked about this before.
Battlefield
the podcast.
1842.
Battlefield
He was running around
1812.
with bayonets.
Muskets.
What was the Battlefield with the date?
1942, but that wasn't that game.
That was
Oh,
correct.
No, yeah, I don't give a fuck about what you were saying.
Get in the mic
I'm
when
just
you're
saying,
talking.
Battlefield 1942 is a great game. And
Yes.
Bad Company.
Yes, absolutely.
That made me come.
Well, no. Battlefield 3 was the first Battlefield game I played. I'd say Bad Company 1 was the first one I played.
Yeah.
And then I played Bad Company 2 a lot on the Xbox when it came out in the beta.
Mhm.
And then right around the time, because those games were coming out quick. So I played Battlefield 3 like a little bit after that. And then I started to transition to PC.
Did you do much Call of Duty at all when you were growing up?
Oh, yeah. No,
Okay.
I was a quick scope kid. Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
like younger,
No trick shotting. Can't do that shit. Fuck off.
Younger, did you do Call of Duty and then move on Battlefield once you got a PC? Or
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I never was like much of a console person. I watched my sisters play console, but like Pikmin and shit. But I never really Sega. You guys play Sega Dreamcast?
Missed
No,
that.
Genesis,
Oh,
dog. Sonic.
Sega Dreamcast, dude. Sonic was still my shit, but there was like a Mario Party Sonic game. It was the best thing ever. Literally better
What was
than
it called? I've never even heard of that.
I don't remember what it was called, but it was better than Mario Party. If anyone played it, Sega was ahead of its time. The Dreamcast was ahead of its time. I'm telling you. Because
They had when it came out. Was it before the PS1 or after, or at the same time?
after, I'm pretty sure. But like they had a cartridge you
Genesis?
could put in,
No,
and like
the
it had
Dreamcast.
graphics on it that
Oh.
updated with the game you were playing.
Yeah. I
It
remember
was
that.
ahead of its time, bro.
That was a
That's
memory
actually
card
pretty
too,
dope. I
wasn't
didn't
it?
know that.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
a memory card that upped, and dude, Dreamcast was ahead of its time. Sega. my fucking jam, bro.
Okay,
I fucking girl to that shit if anyone will fuck me.
You're talking about memory cards and shit. I remember when like, did you ever like go to a friend's house and like copy their GTA save?
Oh, dude, I think
onto one of those little 512 megabyte cards and then bring it over to your house and then load up their save and just fuck around.
It's so weird to think about how storage used to be back in the day, man.
This is just our show now.
Yeah, no, that's what I wanted. That's
You're
good.
out. Anyway,
It's so
good.
weird
I'm
how
listening.
storage
This
used
is
to
great.
be.
it's pretty crazy.
It's so insane. Like
It was
512 megabytes is like,
you
oh,
can get like
bulk.
128 gigabytes on that now.
Yeah.
Like that's mental.
Honestly,
On the
even
micro SDs.
128
You can get on the
gigs is,
micros,
like,
yeah.
low.
Yeah.
512.
low as shit.
honestly.
But compared to like those
yeah,
512
compared to
megabyte
this,
fuckers,
which was like, holy shit,
Yeah,
I can
you can
just
get 'em from
plug this
China.
into this machine and I can
You
save
can get
my
them from
whole
China
game.
for like $2. They say 512, but when you plug it in, they actually have like 1 gig. But yeah,
have you experienced that?
no, but I've seen that people that do that.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
They do
crazy.
some like computer trickery or shit where even if you plug it into your computer, it'll say you have 512 gigs free of space,
That's
but it fills up after like 10 gigs or something.
It's just crazy to think that
Them
floppy
tricky
disks were only
motherfuckers.
like 20 years ago.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was 1 megabyte.
Yeah.
One.
Isn't that mental how fast technology?
What law is it? I forget what it, I learned this when I was in computer
Murphy's?
science. Yeah, is it? No, Murphy's law is the what can go wrong will go wrong. But there's some other.
I don't know. I'm just throwing out names.
No, but there
pretty
is a
different.
law. There is a
Charlie
law.
Murphy's law.
There's some law in computer science that like every 2 years or something, or every year it doubles. I forget what it was. Something like that.
That's pretty bad.
Let me look
I
it
don't
up.
know.
All right, look it up.
You guys keep talking. I'll look
All
it
right.
up.
Penis. Oh, wait, sidebar?
Sidebar.
They've been doing this shit
Let's
the whole
see.
weekend.
All right. Okay.
Okay,
We're good.
all right.
Now that we've
Let's see.
discussed, we've decided that we will continue this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay,
with you.
so you talked about your first channel names, but
That
when
is
did you
correct.
actually find YouTube as far as watching videos, and then when did you decide you wanted to start making
2006
YouTube videos?
muffins.
It's
Muffins or
Moore's law.
shoes.
Moore's law, and it is the number
I
of
initially started
transistors
out
in a
in
dense
Newgrounds.
integrated circuit doubles every 2
Listen.
years. There you go. Boom. Every 2 years, shit doubles, man.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I
anyway.
believe that.
I don't know. I think my channel halved recently, actually, which is odd.
I don't know. My weight almost doubled in 2 years. And we're working on that.
My weight tripled in like 20. It's pretty
so wait,
crazy
what
how
did you
growing
just
up
say?
works. So the question is when did
It
we
was when
discover
did you
like YouTube?
find YouTube, both as far as watching gaming videos, and then when did you decide you wanted to make
right.
videos or start making videos?
So, for me, it was like a pretty middle school pressured thing. Not middle school, but like we have grade school in Canada, so we don't have like middle schools exist in some provinces or states, if you will. But where I'm from, it's grade school, so it's like 1 to 8, like grade 1 to 8, and so it was like kind of pressured by that, like the whole craze of internet when I was growing up, right? Like it was either you had dial up or like you just had like a package from whatever internet service provider was available at the time. And obviously that was like the littlest thing at the time. But so it was either that or dial up. And I remember going over to a friend's house and watching like old school YouTube. Like I remember like shoes, like you remember that viral video, shoes. You remember
Oh
that?
yeah. That was like one of the first YouTube videos I remember seeing.
Shoes,
In, like, middle school.
muffins, like just shit like that.
Let's get some
Unforgivable.
shoes.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Unforgivable. Do you remember that
Hey,
one?
these shoes are
Unforgivable.
$300.
Yeah. It's like the
These
black
shoes are
dude like, out in the
$300
woods. He's like,
fucking
that shit's unforgivable.
I don't remember
That's
that.
a classic old
I
school
think
YouTube.
maybe if I saw it,
I
I
think
probably
really-
remember it.
Oh,
But like
man.
as a kid, I think
So
like
weird to
because
think
we're
about
how old are you?
I'm 30. So, I
So
got a
we're
couple
like 8
on
years
you.
apart,
Yeah.
right? So like I think there's probably like a bit of disconnect there
I'll
in
be
terms
honest.
of what was entertaining for us.
I think one of my favorite YouTube videos still is Go Play. Have you guys seen that?
Oh my
No.
god,
Dude,
the
the
one
girl's just
with
like,
the kid,
Go Play!
the dog,
And it's
the
just,
dog.
it's like, it's 1
Oh, she
second
gets, like,
long, but
pulled
it's
or whatever?
absolute fucking
Yeah.
gold. It's so
I haven't seen
good.
this. I need
That's
to
like
see
that's
it.
like kind of like that's not really like I don't think. Well, maybe
It's like
it
not
is.
super duper old, but it's
What
it's
about
like
Sneezing Panda. Like that's
Yeah.
that's
Alright,
old
dude,
school
I remember-
shit.
I
Two
remember
Star Wars
the,
kid.
You
the,
like-
the
did you guys-
satisfaction music
did you
videos
guys
like
remember-
early on when that
remember
went really
E-Bombs
viral.
World and like
Yeah,
Butt
E-Bombs.
cheeks.
I
did.
Evolution of Dance.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
The orange
That one
shirt
was
guy.
sick. Oh, the fucking the one dude, the black guy dancing dude with jumped up kicks. Do you remember that video? That one went crazy.
I like I said, if I
He was
if
sitting on a park bench, like just filming himself, and then he just gets up and just starts fucking killing it.
if
to-
I see it,
the
I'll
pumped up
probably
kicks.
remember it because there's a lot of videos I went through. Like
I don't know, that was just
remember
one of the sickest dance videos I remember seeing.
Yeah.
And I know it went viral, and everybody at school was like, "Can't buy that."
I think one of my favorite
Isn't that
videos
crazy?
is Pussy Gangster. You remember that one, the skate video? Cool ass video. with
I think
Supreme.
it sounds familiar. Like
It was
I
a
can
Supreme
definitely.
skate video. But
I
This is a
think a
good
lot
ass
about
video.
it, like animations of early YouTube. Like you think of
the
like
Chuck Norris ones.
Or like Aaron from Game Grumps when he was Ego
Ego
Raptor.
Raptor.
Like
I loved
8-10 years ago. Like he was like the peak of YouTube. Like he was huge.
So
Yeah.
sick. I love
Him
that
and
shit.
like Chris O'Neill, Oni G cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
Like those K animations are
Good era.
classic.
Did any of you guys watch
Psychic
all those
Pebbles.
stick figure fighting
Yeah.
videos?
Yeah. With
Yeah.
the
Dude, wait,
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
remember
Those were
dick
lit.
figures?
What did you
Dick
say?
figures.
Shut the fuck.
Dick figures?
No, that was a real thing. Did
What are you talking
Mondo
about?
Media? Do none of you remember? Did none of you watch that?
I don't
No,
remember that.
we were on different sides of
Let's
the internet.
stay wholesome here.
Bro,
dog.
there was a thing
No.
called Dick Figures by Mondo Media, and it was the
John was into
abs-
pegging back then
It
too.
was like Happy Tree Friends. No, it was Happy Tree Friends and shit. You guys remember Happy
Oh
Tree
yeah,
Friends?
of course.
It was like that
maybe.
same type of company. I think it was the same company. They did Dick Figures.
I
It was
remember that.
so good, dude.
I don't remember that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I started with like super early Newgrounds and shit with like I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it was like clock something. It was like a weird Newgrounds thing. Like once a year there's like just this clock day where people like did clock shit and they uploaded clock animations of like strawberry clocks and just like these weird
What are you
clocks.
talking about? Clock.
What
What is
you
that?
talking about?
I wish
don't
I could explain this.
They're
but
like
this is
they're like
this
Alice
is
in Wonderland
No,
here.
this
Like,
is
what's
genuine
going
shit
on?
that happened like 10 more
Charlie
than
and the
fuck, I'm
Chocolate
so old,
Factory
like
head ass.
15 years ago now. Like I wish I could explain it, but it was
I wasn't
one
a
of-
Newgrounds kid.
One of them was my most like upvoted videos on Newgrounds. There's another one I did a lot of like of Flash animation whenever in high school.
These are videos you made.
Yeah, with my friend. His real
Did
name
you
was
only
like
make videos
Corey.
of clocks?
Huh?
Did you only make videos of clocks?
No, but that was one of the ones that did the best because I uploaded on Clock Day, which is like kind of anything that was like uploaded like revolving around clocks was pretty much just like spam uploaded because of that day.
Okay.
But then like after it was pretty much downvoted back if it wasn't actually good content, which mine was. It was like a 4 point something that day, but then after it was like a 2 point something, which didn't do too well.
Just extra medium.
Yeah.
I wasn't
But the-
much of a Newgrounds kid.
I love Newgrounds. That's where I fully
I
I
watched,
did animations with my friend Corey or Chippy. I mean if you're listening, hey, shout out from Missouri, KCMO.
Shout out.
I don't want to say his full name because
Yeah,
that's like
absolutely
full
not.
ass DOS,
Don't do that
but
shit. No.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
But that's when I like Newgrounds was like pretty much like the first thing that was like a kind of like a community for me.
The only
That
thing I
like
watched on
forms for
Newgrounds
clans.
was the Madness
Hentai.
Interactive series.
Dude.
You remember that?
Dude.
Yeah.
The ones with that I had like the
Yeah.
drawing guidelines
Yeah.
on the face. Yeah, so good.
That shit was dope.
Super
As a kid,
sick.
that was like
haven't heard
the,
like half
the
the
John
shit.
Wick of my
Yes,
existence.
dude. Yeah.
That's actually what
That's
it was.
such a
Like,
good way to put it.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, I love it.
That's fantastic. The only reason
the
I thought
Madness
of it.
series
so
is
lost.
super cool. They're literally just like these like almost like drawing guidelines heads like in bodies like super rough shapes and then like you go like in later to like sharpen them up, but it was just like that in a game.
I made a video on it. You watch my videos,
yeah,
right?
he did a video on it.
There's no way I've seen that video. No.
You
Fantastic.
have a
Sorry.
YouTube channel?
One of the games I played.
You have a podcast?
I have a podcast.
You have Bare Fist?
You have
Dude,
bare
come
fists.
on.
Wait, edit that together. Anyways,
just really off sync, like a Japanese dub.
I know this is kind of a horrible transition, but when that all just happened, it just reminded me of that GIF where that guy looks in a mirror in the closet and he's like, I'm retarded. And then the reflection is a guy with Down syndrome.
I fucking love that. I'm retarded. It's so
Right.
good.
I don't know if
dude.
this is exactly
John's
right for the
fucking face there when
podcast.
he
You have a
Dude, I
podcast?
I know what commercial he's talking. It's so goddamn funny.
It's all right. We're 25
I know
minutes
exactly
in.
what he's
We're
talking
faithful
about. I
to
know
making
exactly
this
what he's
far,
talking
you know?
about
So
too. I know
good.
it.
Did that stop record?
It did.
That's fine. Just keep it going. Just hit it again.
That's
It's
fine. You
if
got a
that doesn't
wide angle
record.
here anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's fine if that doesn't record every part.
Yeah.
We're a little scuffed. This is
I'm
my
just here to
travel
keep
setup
my
we're
eyes
working on.
on
It's
it.
pretty good though.
This is
It's not
pretty
bad.
last
Yeah,
minute.
I mean, this
too,
is the
so.
second podcast and it's on a travel setup, right?
Can I go
So-
grab beverages?
Absolutely.
yes.
Yeah, sure.
What do you guys want?
Jeez.
I'll take
rum and
another
Coke?
whiskey sour.
Whiskey sour, rum
Yeah.
and Coke?
I'll do another one of those rum and coke.
Also, kind of got
Do you have a rum
pee, but I'm
preference,
gonna wait
Captain?
till Anthony gets
Yeah.
back, so at least the spot is filled.
Okay,
What?
then real quick,
Yes. Ask me a question.
when did you get your break then on YouTube?
I'm breaking.
Yeah, no, like your break. Like when did you start to pop off?
When did you bust, bro?
Pop off.
If there was
When did-
multiple times, when
you
were those?
pee?
Well,
There
I
was
feel
a-
like
And for both of you. Oh, actually, we didn't
What?
get when
Do you-
Smitty started
you wanna
making
go?
videos.
There was a long
yeah.
delay between for some reason this guy played with us forever.
Yeah.
Like even when we
Cybercross
started
gaming.
playing together in CS and shit like that.
Yeah, you were editing.
He was
Yeah.
not even that though. He was still posting. Just no one would go to his channel for some reason. Like there was just this
I think
long.
I think I might cry.
There was this
Hold on.
long weird break. I actually wrote a script for a video.
Remember like the year of like funny names you left on my channel?
I'm sure I still have that somewhere. It's probably not on my phone now because it's a
Yeah.
newer phone. But No, like it was like this weird like anomaly where no one was going to John's channel and like subbing or like even like watching his stuff. It was like pretty weird. I wrote a script for a video where I made like a conspiracy theory for like why no one subs to John. And I'm sure that's still
then,
on
then
one
the
of my
sub
old
to
phones.
Kryoz Gaming meme came to be.
Well, and that's also
Well,
why
that's the
like,
thing. That
me
was
and
huge
Smitty,
too.
That's why me and Smitty being the same person are like so much of the same thing now
Yeah.
too. Is because of that whole like because like I was just like your second channel pretty much.
Yeah, that's why you wouldn't gain traction because I didn't give as much love to you as I would my own channel.
Fuck you. Even though like I was uploading more than you.
Yeah, that's the weird part. I mean,
You
it
were
was
uploading
definitely
every
like,
day, weren't you?
For a while, like 1,100 days I did daily.
Shit.
isn't that fucked?
I've done like 20 in a row, I think.
Yeah.
I probably hit like 50 or 60 in a
With
row.
an
like,
editor.
yeah. Multiple.
Yeah. And now I like can't even get up one in a week, but let's not skip ahead too much. Go
Yeah.
ahead with
I
what
mean,
you were saying.
Yeah.
So-
well, I want to know what were the first videos you made? Because I don't think we got there.
Probably some like Call of Duty something
All
to do
Duty
with
commentaries, dude.
No, not even that.
Yeah,
I
dude,
watched
me
a lot
too.
of old school stuff. I talked about this with Tucker a lot. Like when him and I talk about like the old school days in terms of like really old school commentators, like originals like Hutch or PSN Cool PJ and shit like that. Like there's just some really old school names. that come up.
G Unit?
G Unit. Remember G Unit? I remember that.
Fastest nuke.
I remember that.
Bro.
But like, you know, like that wasn't really my scene. I definitely enjoyed watching those guys, but it was really like the whole, like I wanted to join FaZe at one point. Like that was my, cause like I
What
was
an
young,
idiot.
you know, and
Everybody did back then, especially especially at
but
your
like
age.
if you're young back
everyone
then,
back
like
then.
it wasn't as doable
Like
as
how
it
old
is
were you
now.
then? Like 16?
Younger.
Yeah.
No, I'd be well, what? Before PC gaming. So this is before my Battlefield craze. So like probably like 2011, 2010. So I'd probably be
Were you doing YouTube
probably
at
like
this time?
13, 12, 13. So like, and shout out those guys that I mentioned before because they tolerated me.
You were
for
doing
being
YouTube
so
at this
young.
time?
Yeah, just like as a hobby, just for
Gotcha.
fun. And
Yeah.
like shout out to those guys I mentioned before because they tolerated me as a kid. And,
Wait,
you know,
how old were you?
12, 13.
At 2011?
Yeah, I think so. My math might be wrong. there. My math might be wrong there, but
That's when I fucking graduated.
Same, dude.
like,
2011.
but no, like it takes a.
2011.
And,
yeah.
and speaking from
This table's
experience,
longer than it seems.
Really,
All right.
felt like close.
from experience, I'm sure you guys know this as well. It's a little difficult to, you know, really tolerate children in a way. Not children, but like just younger.
Fuck kids. Wait, no, not like that.
No, you know what I mean though. Like it's sometimes they don't know. Like obviously we're all like that at one point, right? We're just not we're not aware of how loud we are or just how
You have
obnoxious we may
squeaky
be.
little annoying voices. You can't help it, but you just do.
Some of them are
Yep.
cute. Like it's like I'm not gonna lie. Like some of the shit, some like Connor, for example. Like it's adorable. Like it's just
Connor's
like
pretty
shit he
adorable.
says when he roasts people. It's hilarious.
Huh?
I didn't know he was Asian.
Now you know.
Now you know.
It surprised me. When I saw him, I was like, whoa. He
Yeah,
didn't even see me.
You know what I mean though, right? Like
But
some
yeah.
kids just, you know.
Some kids are just like, I mean, they're just like sweet kids. They just have that common good
They
nature.
got a lot of energy and it can be overwhelming.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I respect the guys that really like sort of pushed me to where I am today and like sort of, you know, were cool enough to let me hang around with them.
Yeah.
Even if I was, and I'm sure I was very obnoxious at that point.
Yeah, I feel that.
You know.
I'm sure like I annoyed the fuck out of my dad.
Everyone was at that point, man. Like
yeah, like I was like 11, like 8, maybe honestly, even like 10.
that's the
Like
thing.
just
I'm
like playing with my dad's work friends, and I'm sure it was annoying.
on
as fuck.
CS.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
Like,
I think
I-
you told me this.
I went by
before,
broken
yeah.
record for a short period of time, and like people shit talked me, and they're like, totally understand why you're broken record because I just said the same shit over and over on the mic. Also, CS Assault was the best 1.6 map.
What a
You got
weird.
it in there. You got
What
it
a
in
weird.
there. At the
He's been
30
waiting to
minute
get that in
mark,
all
you know,
day.
around there. Actually, I don't know if it's because we started recording when we were doing some dumb shit for the
Yeah,
first
we'll
few
see
minutes,
what
so
happens.
We'll see.
Yeah. So,
But
what were we talking about?
like,
When was like the first big
the original
break? Like,
subject?
when did it take off?
well, it's like kind of just like how we started.
I have a
in
good
general.
story for mine. So I was okay. This is not going to come out well because I'm just a little bit inebriated, but
We'll see.
don't worry, we can edit this together. It's fine. So,
Nah, this is uncut. Baby.
So I was doing Call of Duty And it just wasn't really going anywhere. I made some good friends, and shout out to them. You know who you are. I'm not going to give everyone a shout out here, but you know who you are for sure if you're watching this. But
John just took credit for that, by the way.
Yeah. Figured,
you're not one of them.
why not? Oh, shit.
You're not
Well,
one
I
of them.
don't know why you told people that. I felt like I could have just stayed looking
Nah, you're
cool
fine.
while you just kind of like kept on going on, but whatever. Go
So
ahead.
Call of Duty was pretty saturated
Fun.
at the time. And
Sorry, I thought I moved my mic.
everyone who's everyone is trying to make it in Call of Duty, right? So like, and it's, you know what's funny? It's not even as bad as it would be now. Like,
Oh.
it's so saturated nowadays. Like when I say it's saturated back then, it's not saturated. Anyone could have made it. So I think I was just too young at the time, and I realized that maybe a different game is the style for me. So I moved on to Battlefield just because it seemed more fun and it was just having better time with it, you know? So, and that's what I did. And then, you know, honestly, I forgot where I'm going with this, but we're going to try.
How'd you pop off?
Right. That's where we're going.
Battlefield. And was it on PC? Battlefield 3 on PC?
Yes.
Yeah.
So no, I had a bit of console in there, but it all stems from the YouTuber Jack Frags. If you know who that is.
Yeah. I've heard of that.
So he had a series called Gamer of the Week. And
Wait, was Smitty Gamer of the Week?
actually, bro, July
shit.
2nd, I believe, I can't
That's
remember
my birthday.
what day.
month.
I have the video bookmark because it means so much
Year.
to me. And so I submitted to that. Like there were certain, like, you know, you had to upload this amount of times per week. You had to have like under this amount of subs. And at this point I was probably at like 100 subs, you know, something like that. And so I submitted the videos that I wanted him to see for that week or whatever. And then I went away for that weekend that he was going to pick the winner. So I didn't know anything because I didn't have internet at where I was going. And when I got back, you know, so I'm blind for this whole weekend and I don't know, what were the results? I don't know. I can't check. I don't even think I had a phone at this point to like check my YouTube channel or anything like that. And I got back and I saw like plus 300 subscribers or something like that. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like,
Yeah, dude.
what the hell
300
happened,
subs,
dude?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Like
Yeah.
how that was such a
300
big
subs
amount.
was like crazy.
I still
Yeah.
remember when I hit 200 and I was like stoked.
Yeah.
300 in fucking short amount of time like that.
Yeah, it jumped
Back
me
then?
from like 100 to like 400 subs. And then I was like, well, it had to be that. So I went to his channel and then sure enough, I watched through it. There's like number 3, there's another guy, number 2, another guy, and then number 1 is Smitty. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is wild.
It's crazy too that back then a little shout out like that could do that.
You want to know
'Cause
how much subs
these
he had?
days, like
You want to know how many subs he had at that point?
Right.
I'd have to guess
Wait,
like maybe
80
25,000.
16,000.
16,000. Yeah, it's
16,
great. Like
damn. Dude,
And I don't even think someone with a shout out with 16,000 would get anyone else that many subs nowadays.
16,000
No.
now is like,
I feel like someone
What,
with
are
a
you just
million
starting?
subs could give someone a shout out. Like if you were 3rd or 4th in a video like that,
You
like
get 400 subs.
yeah, probably.
like I feel like a small channel at 1.4 million. Like that's what's so crazy.
these days, like it's just crazy. There's
like
so
that,
many
the
humongous
1.4
channels.
million is a small channel.
I still
It's
feel
not,
like
though.
I'm a small channel.
It's just that there's like
I don't know. To be fair, like I mean, I don't want to get off topic. What was the question? I guess.
just like, how did you pop off? But like, we're talking about just small channels.
we're
in
just
general.
rambling, man.
Yeah, small channel. I mean, there's definitely like some hidden gems though in small channels.
They're
Absolutely.
harder to find now though.
Like, I mean, like
Yeah,
someone like
searchability is
Carson.
getting tougher and tougher.
someone like Carson, that whole crew.
our
like
drinks,
drinks,
Our drinks have arrived.
drinks. Thank
Wait,
you.
our
where's
savior.
mine?
Thank you so
Fantastic.
much,
We got the same thing, so it doesn't matter. Oh,
John. When did you pop off?
fuck you, John.
What happened?
My
I started
pop
on
off
you, and I don't think we ever actually got to it.
was the start of like my current channel, which is Kryoz Gaming.
Was it the sub to Kryoz Gaming?
No, actually, I got kind of lucky at the very beginning because I had an old channel which was called Fatality Mob, like I was talking about, which like pretty much only Vern and maybe Gold Glove, who I used to work for, know about. So they obviously know that. But you might know of Cartoons or Hogman from Fortnite.
I know Hogman. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he
it.
actually was like kind of like a big help to me in the very beginning of my channel.
really.
Yeah, we were doing 2v2 arenas, and
guy.
we were doing like we did kind of like a
2v2 arenas. WoW. This is
yeah,
WoW.
in World of Warcraft. We were doing double damage arenas, and we did like an interview kind of. He was like interviewing me, asking me what I did about graphic design because this is when I did more graphic design shit than editing. So he was just asking me about this, and like within a day of like my current channel, I got like 1,000, maybe like a week or so, obviously. But now it seems like a day just because how long I've been doing it. But I got like 1,000 or so subs in that time, and that was kind of like my initial burst. But then after that, I think my biggest one was a year, maybe 2 years ago now. I don't remember exactly how long.
It took a long time.
Yeah, there
like
was
I
a
remember
long
you
time
being
of,
at
like,
like
subscribing.
75.
Everybody goes
gaming
in
and-
bursts and it takes a while. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was like the most recent one was like the biggest kind of like burst I've had so far. It was like me going from like 250K maybe or like 200K to like over 1 million within a year, which was pretty crazy at the time, especially for how long I've like already been doing it, which got a bit tough, but it was that was probably like my most
It's
recent
always
time.
been tough though. I
Yeah.
mean, like
It was just like I was already. I don't want to skip ahead too much, I guess, in the timeline, but it was I was already kind of getting tired of doing necessarily like YouTube full time, but like at the time I was blowing up, but then I like blew up and it was like kind of like a reinvigoration of like, oh, this is great, I want to do this again. It was like another creative burst that I had, and then I it was a great time just kind of experiencing what it was like just to, I guess, be in the limelight more so.
Yeah.
But it's definitely it can be overwhelming.
I definitely had
Yeah.
like the same kind of thing though, like
Yeah.
a second coming of Christ kind of thing.
Yeah, where
Like,
you're just
'cause-
like, ooh, like a reinvigoration.
Because
where
I
you're just, like,
stagnated
the whole
at
new
like
world.
70,000 subscribers or something like that. That was like right when Battlefield took that like that like you know, they kind of fell off a bit, to be honest.
That was a great sound effect. We need to sample that for future videos.
Fantastic. That'll be like if you ever go live, you can have a donation sound effect. That'll be it. Fantastic. Yeah. So like, I mean, that was like around the point where Battlefield was kind of like on the decline and CS was kind of on the rise. Right. And then that's when I met all of you fuckheads. Maybe not you, Anthony, but
Nope.
we didn't really play too much CS, but
I don't remember how we met. I don't really remember.
it was through Chawboy.
Was it?
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, how did
I
we
don't remember
meet?
how I met
Because
him.
I
met him
originally
through Scotty,
knew-
I think actually.
Well, I originally knew Azzy, which I
wow.
introduced to Chawboy because Chawboy and I were cool through the Battlefield community.
Wait, you introduced Azzy and
Yeah.
Chad?
Yeah, I thought because they're both Scottish.
Wow,
I thought they were
really?
both like.
Yeah, that was me.
Holy shit! I figured they were like always a duo.
So I
honestly.
started that. I pretty much started. I don't want to take credit, but obviously because
yeah.
they mesh pretty
I
well
don't
when
want to
they
take
met.
credit, but I'm going to take
As,
credit.
as they're both Scottish, they naturally
I'm just
mesh
surprised.
pretty well.
Yeah,
But you know, I
Surprised.
played like Xbox 360.
No, don't do it.
Oh. Okay, we can sample that. I'm sorry.
That one was better than
My
mine.
Lord.
So what were
Uh,
you saying about Chawboy?
So I
You fucking idiot.
we'll be back after these short messages. Anyways, so welcome
And
back to the
we're back.
Wildcast.
The Wildcast.
The Wildcast.
The-
Anyway, where was I?
Wildcast.
You were talking about how you used to jerk off to cats.
That is
as
not
a
correct.
young
I was
child.
talking about Azzy and Chawboy.
Right, that's
Right.
what it was.
So
forgot,
I
my
used
bad.
to play. I used to play a lot of actually like one of my original friends on Xbox. Well, not original, but like once I got into YouTube and started like making it my hobby, Azzy was actually one of the first people I played Battlefield with. And over time, we just got to know each other, blah, blah, blah. And then I met Chawboy through, because he was a community channel at the time who would post his own content along with others. YouTube was very different back in the day. It was very
community
different.
channels everywhere.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
community channels still
for real,
exist,
dude.
especially during the Fortnite era, and they weren't really community channels. They would just take your content and then post it.
They're more so. There were more
Regardless.
community channels back then. Now they're just like highlight channels.
Yeah.
So now they're just like.
I
trying
mean,
to
yeah, no,
disguise
like
themselves.
Chaw's channel was like they would like he would be like, hey, I want to give you some exposure.
Yeah.
Can I post, or like you would be like you'd be able to submit it, but it would be like montages and like shit like that. So like it would be like sniper montages or like
Yeah.
just like specific dedicated videos, not like one clip, one
Was it
off
only for
clips
COD?
from certain channels.
Or
Huh?
was it only for like COD or
I think
Battlefield?
he was mostly Battlefield.
Gotcha.
so
I know
that's
Brennan
why-
used to do.
that's why I
or
knew him.
Gold Glove used to do something like that.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
That's why I
I
knew
don't
him.
want to interrupt.
And
Okay.
then
That's a whole nother side story.
and then eventually got cool enough with Cha.
I'm not sure John needed another drink.
These are the things that Spotify users just won't get to experience.
Hello, Spotify. Be sure to check it out on YouTube.
So I got chill enough with Cha that like, you know, we became friends. We started playing games, and then eventually I introduced him to Azzy, and then we just started like, you know, this might be a little bit different, obviously, just because I'm trying to remember it exactly.
You know that pop filter comes off, right?
I was just trying to
You
try it
realize
off.
I'm not going to do this during your story time, right?
Please don't destroy my microphone.
I won't.
Okay.
You have bare fist? He's not. He's completely gone, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so sorry. Fantastic. Okay.
I forgot how our handshake went again.
He's fine.
All right. Do we just want to move on?
No, let Smitty finish.
No.
Okay,
It's-
all right.
I was just, I don't even know why I'm talking about this.
You're
in the
talking
first
about how
place.
you started.
Right.
What made you blow up?
Ish.
It was,
I guess we
it
kinda
was like
finished
another
that, though.
pop-up
okay.
period.
Yeah. So, well, no,
You're
I
talking
don't,
about Azzy and Chaw pretty much.
Anyway.
Anyway, how you, like starting Battlefield.
so they're cool now. Let's just move on.
Yeah.
And then it got to a point where Battlefield got stale, right? So CIS started to pop up, and I met you fuckers, and then you guys definitely helped out with the, getting my name out there more. And you guys vouched for me, which was cool because, I remember the first game we played together was the Blackwake game, the pirate game.
Oh, that game was
That was the
shit.
first session
that
we
was
played.
So fun. That was the first
we
time?
played CS,
Yeah.
but like it would be like me, Marcel, maybe Nogla, Delirious.
Yeah, Delirious was in that, wasn't he?
And I think Brock was there too. So that was like the first time I'd played with y'all. And that was very, like, you guys vouched for me to get me in there because not too many people, like, at that time were, like, able to get in your inner circle. You know what I mean?
I mean, we didn't try to like close off people. It was more of just like,
No, it's just like,
we were so comfortable with the people we
Yeah.
have. Like, we have to be comfortable with you, and
no
feel
one
like
really meshed.
it'll
And at
mesh,
at that point, I was like, what, 17? So it's pretty surprising to
younger.
even me that I was able to get, so comfortable with you guys because
This boy a little young.
I don't think anyone heard what you said there, but if you want to repeat it.
No thanks.
Okay. There's probably
John's
something
drunk,
really
guys.
fucked up. We should probably bleep it anyway if you could figure it out, editor, whoever
Okay,
you are.
I
wasn't
just said
fucked
this
up.
boy a little youngin. That's all I said. It wasn't that fucked
That's
up.
true. I was a little youngin. And that goes back to the same thing, right? Like,
no, we had fun playing with you. So we're just like, and
I appreciate
let's
it.
find some people to play this
Rumor.
fucking stupid pirate game. Like, what if Smitty wants to play it?
Was that long? When was
That game was like 2014
That
or
was a
15. I feel like that
long-ass
we
time
played that
ago.
shit.
Man, that's crazy how long ago. it is.
Because around that point,
It was like
like
5
this is
years,
where I
yeah.
was originally talking about the second resurgence of my channel because I stagnated at like 70,000 subs.
You had 70,000 subs back then?
Yeah. And then like this is right around the time I was graduating high school. And I was talking to Craig a lot. Craig was the other person I think who played Blackwake with us. But like I would talk to him a lot and he was in the same situation I was in where he would he was about to graduate high school and he wasn't sure what he wanted to do. Did he want to go to school or did he want to take a shot with YouTube? And he took a shot with YouTube and it worked out. He told me the same thing. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Don't let it die. If you have the opportunity and the audience is there, try and grow it while you can. Like take the year off. School can always wait. And that's obviously, you should be careful with that.
That's
obviously.
very situation specific
Absolutely
advice. You got to
situational.
be in a situation where,
If
I'm sure you probably didn't have any bills. You were living at home.
yes,
No bills, living
that
at
is
home.
correct. Yeah.
Parents supported it. You were in a good position view wise.
Well,
you were in a good
parents
circle
didn't really
of people.
support it. They were a bit tough to convince at first, but I went to the whatever like the introduction to college would be, right? And the program that I wanted was graphic design, and the first year just wasn't what I was looking for. And I told my parents, I'm like, if I go, I'm just not gonna be happy about it. Like I'm not passionate about it the first year because they wanted me to learn like specific like stuff I wasn't really interested in, and just give me the year, and if I can take it somewhere, I will. And if I don't, I'll go to school. No questions asked. And within 2 months, like it just exploded with, of course, I'm sure the help of you guys really giving me the backing really helped out. But I like to think some of my,
Well, it's 100% that.
some of my work really
It's a
shined
two-way
through.
thing. Like
I always
that's
like to
kinda
look at it as like, if somebody was there because of being in somebody else's video, they may have came from that, but they didn't stay for that reason. They stayed
Yeah.
because they like your
That's what I was
content,
saying. Like you
so.
can shout someone out. You can mention
Yeah.
someone name. Like people do that shit all the time when I'm playing Call of Duty or something. Like they'll shout out their Twitch channel or YouTube channel. Like that's not enough these days. Like
Yeah.
No.
I could upload a video specifically saying, go look at this guy's channel. And if it's shit, that's all he's going to get is one video that gets a bunch of views and nobody's going to stick around. Like,
And I will admit, there were a few times where I did hit up a few of you. And I'm sure you already know that.
We found some tweets.
I know you
We
did.
scrolled back through some
I
tweets just to
know.
get some,
I know.
get some.
And that's
did you?
like
yeah, there was some tweets to Van. I was like, hey, at
at the time, honestly,
join you guys.
that wasn't like. Here's the thing: I get lots.
We
of
all did that though.
Yeah,
For sure.
I get lots of emails
all
nowadays that
I'm
are
not a
very.
fucking coward. I'm not a fucking pansy bitch.
You should. You should take a break from the mic, bud.
Plan to drink.
What do you mean take a
Yeah,
break?
yeah.
You even fucking heard
point.
yourself shut up in the past 20 minutes.
Snap.
Before we get like too far away from what we were just talking about, I
Right.
do want to I feel like
You wanna get a
obligated to
napkin?
point out, like you said that you were at 70,000 subscribers and thinking about like transitioning into full time.
Mhm.
I want people listening now to realize that this was 6 years ago,
Oh yeah.
and that 70,000 subscribers
won't
today
cut
is
it.
not the same.
You'd have to be like 500,000 today.
So yeah, like don't take that with a grain of salt. That was like one thing that stuck out to me, like because a lot of people listening are very impressionable and obviously
Yes.
looking for like insight and like advice. And in 2020, 70,000 subscribers is a grain of salt. I
Yeah.
hate to say it.
There's
Even,
just
like,
so
at my
much
size.
content.
Yeah, like you
Like-
could retire with $50 back in what 1910. You know,
Yeah.
you can't
Well,
retire with
inflation.
$50
Yeah,
now.
YouTube is
I mean-
inflated, dude.
Yeah,
It's
that's what it
inflation.
is. 1910.
That's what
I
it
mean,
is.
realistically, even John and I are smaller channels at
Yeah.
less than 2 mil in this day and age. It's so saturated. So it's
Yeah.
awesome that we got to this point.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's very specific, like situationally, on whether or not you can like really try and make that leap to YouTube full time.
Yeah,
Until then,
yeah.
like worry about your shit first in terms of paying your bills and shit. Grind YouTube as hard as you can in the off time. Making that leap is scary. You gotta
honestly,
know you're
I
in the
want
right
to say
position.
this: YouTube in the long run isn't mentally worth it. Don't do it.
How do you feel that way?
Mentally?
It's mentally
That's a
not
good
worth it.
question.
All right. That's a fun tangent. Let's go down there.
This
Should we go down
conversation's
there?
tough though, because you got a lot of
Right.
people out there. That
It's
are like,
not if
you
you're
just
just-
play
if you
video
address
games
it
all
head
day.
on.
No,
Hard
yeah,
for some people to relate.
yeah,
This shit is hard though. It's stressful.
Fucking super tough.
I think like
There's,
even if you get to a point where you have like a team behind you, like even like someone like PewDiePie, like you
Yeah.
see him go mental every once in a while.
Of course.
He literally just took like a 1 month break.
He's
2 month
fucking.
break.
Yeah.
He's the #1 YouTuber.
Yeah.
He's the highest.
I mean, I
what,
would say
the
I'm
highest
the number
solo
one,
channel.
but yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you
You're
go
the
ahead.
number
one
Go
in
ahead.
this room,
No, I already
for
said
sure.
go
No,
ahead.
John, you're
No,
fine.
you
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
John, go ahead.
Well, as the number
You
one
have bare
YouTuber,
fists? Fuck.
I absolutely hate my life.
You think so?
I think it's important. Like, so what you're saying is it's not, a lot of people sort of interpret that as being unappreciative. Like we have so much, we make good money, we have nice homes, whatever. It's not that makes us mentally strained. It's the fact that I like to tie it almost into like the movie, like the Truman Show. Like we literally live our lives, especially if we do like face cam and stuff. Under
We live
public
our
image.
lives. Yeah, we live our lives to like literally entertain.
All right?
I think
Like,
there's no escape.
we are puppets, and you
Yeah.
guys seem to forget sometimes that we are actually human beings behind the screen. And I think that's what John is getting at.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Pretty
I mean,
much.
there's
There's
also,
like there's
the
like
taxes
there's
of it
like
all.
a certain point where it almost feels like I'm like acting more so than being myself, I guess.
You're
like,
putting it on for the camera.
yeah, but like even then it feels like I'm putting it on for the camera and like even that's a facade. Like I don't know. Like it seems like I'm just like levels deep and just like kind of faking it just so I look like
Well, did you guys ever
I'm
work
in the right
retail?
spot. No.
No.
Have you ever worked in a
Oh,
retail?
I worked
I've-
4 hours of a busboy job, and I said, "That's it."
Okay.
I haven't even worked that. I did lawn mowing and like pretty much landscaping with my mom for about 3 to 4 years. So like I have manual labor experience, but like as far as like actual like a job where like they pay my taxes, never have experienced that type of shit. Like I've always been some sort of like employed or like freelance type of job.
Did you ever work customer service or retail?
No, I
or
just did the
anything?
security. The security job was my thing. I mean, that was kind of customer service. Most of what I did was just answering questions on where people needed to be and what they needed to do.
Yeah.
I
So
respect the hell out of people in the service industry.
that's my entire
know,
background
fuck
with
yeah.
work because I did
Yeah.
food for 8 years. I did customer service management for another 5. And
Yeah.
that's very much what like the mindset
yeah.
for entertainment is, which is you go into work and you're immediately just like that scene
Yeah.
in the Joker where he's like doing this
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Where you're
Yeah.
literally forcing a smile for these people. Like sometimes the recording sessions like that because
Smile.
you guys see us playing
Face.
Counter-Strike or Call of Duty, but you don't see like, oh, we had a family death or, maybe there's financial stress or just anything else that could happen in a normal person's life because
You
that's
have
what we
to
are.
upkeep it because
Right, but we
that's
have
your
to
source
turn
of
that
income.
shit off.
Yep.
To produce content because it's our job.
Shit.
I mean, to you guys, it's entertainment and it's free entertainment unless you watch the ads and you don't have ad blocker. Thank you, not an ad.
Shout out.
But it's like that stuff sort of gets overlooked.
It doesn't even have to be something major like that. You can just be not in the mood and just like feeling that like you don't feel like you're in a good headspace to like record and be entertaining, but then feeling pressured that you have to do it is very stressful. And living your whole life knowing that like I could just press a button on my iPhone and put it out to Instagram or put it out to Twitter or somehow monetize it, or like there's like literally every second that I'm awake,
There's no escape.
even the second that I'm asleep, I could be working and doing something.
Yeah.
And that drains on you and it makes it hard to relax, which is one reason I really enjoy flying. Because when I'm flying, I can't do shit. I'm forced to just sit there and relax.
True.
So I
Unless
actually
you pay
enjoy
for
it.
Wi-Fi.
Unless you start vlogging all the time.
I'm not going to vlog on the plane. Fuck that.
Fuck paying for Wi-Fi. I don't pay for Wi-Fi. I completely disconnect.
I just
Honestly,
download podcasts and shit beforehand, like the WILDCAST.
I just think
podcast.
about many
Good
ways
movie.
to kill myself.
You write down on an iNotes.
Yeah.
Or like a
but
notes.
all of it's just in the plane. You're like, I could just fold this seat onto myself. I could just
keep it in the
I
back
could take a window
pocket,
punch,
so
punch
anyone
out this
can
window,
find
and
it.
get sucked right out.
I can just get up and say, I have a gun. There we go.
John just could be that guy that gets an emergency exit row seat and halfway through the flight just opens that bitch up. See y'all later. Keep your seatbelts on.
I just tell my next door neighbor, like, is that buckled in tight? Okay, good.
Like at the beginning of the flight, they're like, "Are you capable of doing this?" John is like, "Oh yeah, oh I'm ready."
Oh, watch this.
Capable.
Oh, am I?
I watched
Capable.
a dozen YouTube videos before boarding this fucking plane to see
Capable
how this
and
shit works.
prepared.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
trust me, I want to do this.
Am I ready? Hell, I have a note prepared.
What are these safety instructions?
That's so fucked up.
Oh, it's great. It's great. We're like, I don't know, an hour into this.
Yeah.
It's time to bring out the
All right,
real
next
shit.
question.
Okay. So what? All right. The same kind of similar topic, but next question. What either do you think you would be doing if you weren't doing YouTube, or what would you wish you were doing instead of YouTube, if anything? And stop making the chair fart.
I have a really deep
Sorry.
or
Is my
like
hair
dark
fart?
question, but I don't know if I should be the first question, like the first answer to this question.
Okay,
What was the
Smitty,
question?
go.
What was the
What? Okay. What do you think you'd be
If
doing
you want my
weren't doing
genuine
YouTube?
answer, that
or
is.
you can also answer
Like,
saying
I
what
don't know.
what would you want to be doing instead of YouTube?
Can you use it in a
fucked up
sentence?
genuine
John
answer.
was talking. Can you use it in a sentence?
Fuck, John. You need to.
Sorry.
John sucked that fucking thing. Don't you give him another one. Start giving him waters.
I have a water here. I'm not even
drink
drunk.
it, bitch. Okay. If you weren't doing YouTube, what do you think you'd be doing?
I'll take
Or
more, though.
what would you
Water's
want to do
delicious.
instead of YouTube? If
That's
anything?
such a tough question because
Yeah. I don't have any. I like you
That's
doing
tough.
YouTube. It gets stressful and I get sick of it, but
as someone who's never, or like I said, I work 4 hours in like a busboy position. I was like,
Thank you.
I just can't.
Thank you.
I can't do this.
Yeah.
It just wasn't for me. I'd feel like I couldn't work on someone else's time. I think if I was maybe, since I'm a little more mature now at 22 compared to like 15 years old, I'd be a little bit more mature to the situation I might be in if I wasn't doing YouTube. But I'd like to say that I have an interest in like interior design and like just like, give me a budget. I'll fucking do up your house. You know what I mean? And I'll make it look good. Obviously, it might
still
need to
creative, obviously.
Yeah, no, I definitely have a little bit of creation in me for sure. But like that's like really the only thing I can really think of. Maybe graphic design is a fallback, but even then, like the program I was gonna take in college sort of like put me off of it because it was just like, oh, you need to draw traditionally for a year, and I'm like, no, just put me on a PC. That's where the world's going. Like, let me get on Illustrator and pen tool some shit, and I'll make you a logo. Like that's what I wanted to do. But like those are the only two things I could really think of at the top of my head. But that's about it. Maybe architecture. That'd be cool. Like making some cool ass fucking buildings. That'd be dope. Like houses more specifically, not like skyscrapers, but like don't trust me with building a skyscraper. That shit's gonna fall down immediately.
Well, you also didn't go to
Well,
architecture.
you also
school,
have
so-
engineers.
be
Fuck
with
it,
the
you.
let me build a nice ranch home, like a nice single floor house with a basement. I'm good.
I'd let you design my house.
I
Just not build
Dude,
it.
I used to fucking create Minecraft worlds and creative and just fucking build houses. Like that's what I would do.
I do
Like,
some of that shit. I'm
that
not
was
that
fun.
great at it. I'm decent at it, but I do that.
I'd love
sometimes.
to do that shit. Like that was one of my pastimes. And over time has sort of faded away. But you know,
miss
because
that
I got
game.
busy. But
I wish Minecraft was popular again. That was fun.
It was for
2 months.
yeah,
it's still
it's been
fucking
2 months.
popular, man.
It still does decent.
Well, let's go
It's
back
still
to
the
our
number
realm.
one channel, number one game on YouTube. It has been literally since it became a thing. Fortnite didn't even pass it. I don't think that year that Fortnite was super
That's
popular.
crazy.
That's impressive.
Anyway, have you decided if you're going to give the honest answer or not?
What about
I
you,
planned
John?
on being dead at 18.
No, shut up.
I genuinely did.
Oh, I laughed. That's not good.
No, I don't mind. Like I genuinely did. I planned on being dead at 18.
Wow.
So
The
that
low
was my
peak
like
method.
original kind of life plan. But then this kind of
That's not a life plan. That's a death plan.
Well, I mean, still, it all worked out. I guess I don't know.
Where did my drink
But-
go?
Sorry, I drank it once again. I tried to repeat what I just said. But it got kind of, I don't know. It worked out. I would prefer not to be dead anymore. So I'm happy I'm not.
That's true.
So-
That's great.
You know,
I
hey,
like that you're
facts.
not dead.
Hey.
You know, 8 years later, it definitely,
It panned out.
I would miss being alive now. I would say so.
Yeah.
But
8
I
years
wouldn't say I have
underground
any
would've been
life
rough.
plans. Just kind of, just enjoy it. I guess. I don't know.
What were you doing before you were editing?
Graphic design.
School?
No.
Or professionally?
Just-
Freelance.
Just freelance shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Just I knew a lot of people in the World of Warcraft community, which is where I started. So I did a lot of graphic design for them, and I also knew a clan called Bellicus Cognatus, I think is what they went
Dope.
by. BC clan.
Fucking
Yeah, BC's
sick.
better. That's a better name.
It was like a very kind of like it was.
He's talking about Burning Crusade, dude. Not
No, that's a whole different type of thing. This
Oh,
was like
damn.
genuinely BC from
like
a
British
Halo-
Columbia.
Before
No.
Christ?
It was
been
like
playing WoW
Halo,
that long?
like Halo 1 type of shit. I don't think it wasn't really WoW. It was like Halo and Counter Strike. It was like a gun game and like Halo 1 type of like clan. I joined it. There was a lot of cool people in it. I did like
Okay.
forum graphic design for like their signatures. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
that
where
was
I
like
started.
the biggest
Planet
thing
Renders.
I did. Like there was like people I did like a whole I made the Master Chief in a wheelchair for a dude called Yuri Dead because he was like some 70-year-old dude in this fucking clan. Super cool dude, but I think he like recently passed away. I don't fully know. But,
Recently,
really?
he was
Well,
70 then.
Damn, fuck.
well, I mean,
Rest
who
in
knows?
peace, dude.
Fuck that guy. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Wait, nobody fucking him. He did.
I have no idea,
Hopefully.
but it was a great experience being in that, like, and like just fucking going through that. It was like just like learning graphic design from the people that was also in there. There was a guy called I think Drizz or like Drizzle or something like that who
Yeah.
like taught me a little bit about graphic design, and it was a great ass time. That was definitely like I feel like the most like growth kind of time whenever I was like kind of going through everything. Like I was just learning a shit ton about graphic design and just like kind of like joining a clan and just like understand it was like to be like in a group. I don't know.
Smitty's
so
making
funny
his
over
chair
here?
fart. I'm sorry. It's very distracting.
Yeah, sure it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll laugh at your funeral too.
Jesus Christ.
It's actually interesting that you got started there because I used to be on a website called Planet Renders, and literally it was
Holy shit. I remember that
Do you
site.
remember Planet Renders?
Yes.
Their
Did
forums?
I,
Did you
dude,
hear
I
him
used
say
that
that?
site so much to actually get
like
renders
your,
for
to get your
the
PNGs.
for the
Did you ever
fucking-
check the forums?
every once in a while. Yeah, I browsed it every once in a while. I
So-
got like there was like tons of renders.
Did
for
you ever
a
see
lot
there
of
was
other
someone by the
things.
name of
Teams, and
Big
they would
Dick
have
Panda?
competitions and stuff.
Yeah, dude.
And I ended up
remember
becoming
Planet
like
Renders
part of
so
like the
well.
upper echelon, and then becoming
Dude.
like a team
Whoa.
leader. At like 18, I was like, I'm a bad motherfucker.
Dude, that's
I'm a
sick.
bad bitch.
Yeah, I remember I visited that so frequently to
Yeah.
get the renders for those fucking the forum
Yeah,
signatures.
That
man.
was like my go-to site. I was
Dude.
like a mod on the
That's
forums
sick.
and everything. Back then, I was like flexing my peener, like, look at this guy mod for Planet Renders. I'm
Nice.
a team leader. My
yeah, that and like
e-peener
deviant
is-
art
that
were
would-
like the biggest fucking things back then.
That would kill
Yeah,
it
PR
on a
was
Tinder
the big
profile.
shit. And then the guy that owned it just sold it, and it just went whatever. He
That
got
was-
$1 million for that fucking site. Back in like
that back
2008.
then was fucking sick. Yeah, now that's poopy caca. Poopy caca.
Caca booby.
do we need more drinks already? What the fuck happened? I've only been back for 13
I don't know. I
minutes.
think we're all trying to catch up with this motherfucker. That is so fucking nice.
I figured I'd try, but I knew
That
that
was a
wouldn't
good
work.
attempt. That was a good attempt.
Where's that going?
Where's it?
Oh shit.
It might
mouth.
in this.
Just brush it off into the floor. Nah.
Fuck.
He can't even do that. You're gonna
Fuck.
ruin Tyler's equipment.
Fuck off.
All right. Got
Okay.
another question for me?
I have a couple different places this could go.
I would
Go
love
ahead.
Do we want to get more
Bring that closer to you,
Do
John.
you want to keep it on this kind of
I don't know.
personal sort of thing, or just a fucking random question?
Just let it ride, bro.
Just a random question.
Yeah, sure.
All right, where's the dream vacation or trip? Where do you want to go?
What the fuck? That's so far off
And
course.
why? No, just I mean, if you could go right now,
That's like
if you had 20 videos
That's
in the fucking pipeline, ready
that
to
is
go,
starting
and you
on
could
the
go wherever
green.
the fuck you wanted to go.
that is starting on the green and ending up in the fucking forest.
Just a random question.
Well, dude, I'm pretty bad at golf. So
Right after I
Just
talked
what
about me
spontaneous
mom.
trip would
That's
you go on
bad.
right now?
he's a driver
fuck?
on the green.
That's terrible.
You're gonna get kicked off the course. They don't like that.
Nah, well, I'd say
That's like starting at the tee and turning around fully and just shooting it onto another hole. Like
yeah,
that's
shooting
That's
it at
what
the
you do when we
clubhouse.
play golf anyway.
anyway. So probably like Bora Bora. No,
Just-
I wouldn't go there. That's like $40,000 a night for what I really want.
Instead
There.
of saying money's just where would you want to go?
Oh yeah, fuck. I don't
Is
know.
there a place you
know what?
you want to visit at some point?
I have. Well, I'd love to go to Europe, but that's like a
That's
whole.
pretty fucking broad.
That's a commitment. That's like I
You
need
mean like a Euro trip?
I need like a month there. You
Yeah,
know,
so
but
you
even
wanna
then,
tour
like
with
I
me
feel
and
like I'd
Craig?
still. But I feel like I'd still spend like 15 days in Italy. You know, like because there's so much shit to see.
Well, of course, but you need like look at it. You got to look at Europe as like ordering like a flight of beers. You just
Right.
need a couple tastes
No,
at
of
your
course.
first visit.
No, I get it. No,
You want to come on tour with me and Craig?
No,
Do it.
no.
Be on a tour bus.
I've given you my answer. No.
Can't
commit,
bro.
bro.
I
I'm
gave
so
you
sorry.
a free trip, but you
John,
said
it
no.
looks like you want to travel to outer space right now with the way your eyes are going.
John is orbiting.
No,
Pluto.
I'm just trying to think of any passions I have, and nothing's coming to mind.
I will say, Anthony, the only I want to go to Paris and shit like that, like just like Europe in general, like the really popular spots. But my brother's been there like multiple times, and he said each time like Paris isn't worth it.
But the touristy spots don't attract me whatsoever.
I'd love to go to like the Louvre, like I'd love to go see the art and shit
Yeah,
like
like
that.
that kind of stuff would be sick. But when I think of like touristy spots and like, I want to go see like old German like villages, and I want to see.
I wanna be
Spanish
in the gas
vineyards.
chambers.
Auschwitz.
Yes. Even though the Holocaust
Snap.
wasn't real.
Is that even in Germany? I thought
No,
that was
it's in
like
Poland. I know my
Germany,
geography.
Poland, what's
don't
the
worry.
difference? I don't
It's
know.
just German design.
Yes, absolutely.
It's the Bauhaus movement.
It's Das Auto. Am I right? Das Auto. Am I right, boys? Mercedes, Audi. You know,
that went
fantastic
dark.
cars.
Mhm.
Terrible history. That should be their motto.
Germany, fantastic cars, not so
Forget
great
the 40s.
What?
No, fantastic cars. Let's forget the 40s.
All love for Germany. Germany's fucking great. I would love to learn German just to yell at people.
What?
My favorite thing about the German language is that Wednesday is literally called Mittwoch.
Shut the
But they're basically in the middle of the
Shut
week
the
and they're kind of
fuck
just like,
up.
fuck it. No, seriously. It's like Mittwoch. I'm not pronouncing it correctly, but it's literally like spelled like mid-fuck.
I'm sure someone in the comments will let us know how it's
Hey,
pronounced
Google.
through text.
What is German for Wednesday?
Wednesday and meat or German.
Wednesday and me.
I almost said we're Wednesday in German or meat.
He was about to say Wednesday in Mittwoch.
Mittwoch.
Yeah, see?
Mittwoch.
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 It's spelled Mittwoch.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
All the German
Mittwoch.
fans going
Mittwoch.
crazy right now after those few remarks about them.
Oh my God, we are German. Yes.
Well, that wasn't my remark. I was just talking about Wednesday. Hey, if you're going up there, grab me another whiskey.
Okay, maybe we should move on to another.
What else you got up there, Tyler?
How did we get here?
I just thought I was going to ask a random question.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have done that, should you?
All right, in one sentence, what's the best game of all time?
Snap, bro. Ew, why's your hand wet?
I spilled water. Fuck off. I don't want to be close to the mic right now. Stop. I don't want to be. I don't want to be there right now. Stop, dude.
Okay.
I'm trying to be away from the mic. Dude, I'm going to come.
The things John was saying are the things my ass was saying before that break earlier.
It's a good intro.
Your ass
for
is
you.
saying, am I right? Come?
Well,
Good what?
The good
Sometimes.
intro for when I'm shoving the mic in his face. He's like, dude, I'm going to
Whoops.
come, and you can cut it there. What was the question again?
In one sentence, what's the best game of all time and why?
1.6. Counter-Strike 1.6.
Why?
Because it's Counter-Strike 1.6. Play it and you'll know.
Okay.
It's literally.
I said one sentence.
Okay. It's beginning of all FPSs.
So is it one sentence after I say the name of the
One sentence. Yeah, say the name and then one sentence. Why?
Super Mario 64?
Is the best because
You can jump through paintings.
That's true. That's a good reason.
you can jump through paintings in real life.
What other
too.
game can you jump through paintings? Go
Real
ahead.
life.
Go ahead. Figure it out. You can't.
Fortnite, because you can do the floss.
I'm about to cancel this recording right now.
Okay, no, we can move.
I don't know who this man is.
I am never recording another podcast this late. Again, it's fucking midnight.
Have we got another hour?
All right. Okay.
Another hour? What?
What kind
Well,
of
until we have to get out of here.
what kind of dirt
sure.
do you have on John?
What kind of dirt do I have on
I
John?
don't think anyone has dirt
I can
on
actually
me.
look, see if I have any dirt on
He
John.
has notes. He hasn't even. I had to bring up the fact that I hit up a few of them to remember.
But is it dirt?
Well, I don't know.
Let me see if I got anything, dude.
I'm actually curious. I'm curious what you guys what's the dirtiest stuff you have on me?
So this one question is, talking about what you did before YouTube. Were you happy editing and doing digital design for other YouTubers?
I've never been happy.
Even though it wasn't your own
Brennan,
content, you
stop
weren't the center of
listening at this
attention.
point. Goldie, stop listening.
no,
All right, go
I've
ahead.
never been happy.
Okay. Okay.
It's
all
true.
right.
He's got
Yeah.
hooked up to a lie detector. It's true.
Man,
Tell the truth.
I like if I'm genuinely being honest, I don't know if I've ever I don't know if I've ever felt super duper happy.
Have you ever felt just happy in general?
You had to have this weekend. There's no way. We
Yeah,
had
like,
some
no,
good
I-
times.
I've had good times. Like there's times of happiness, but I feel like just in general, like happiness isn't an emotion that's like a constant. It's something that's just like there
That's true.
as well. Like you're not always happy. I don't
Yeah.
think that's a thing.
You want to know how this is true?
I think that's
His
true for everyone.
eyes are never fully open.
No, I don't know how to fully open them.
You know what that
I'm
means?
crying.
Fucking
He's
open.
never happy.
I
I think it just means he's stoned.
no, I'm not happy.
But you are stoned, right?
Not right now.
He never
okay.
said that.
Have you considered therapy?
Consider suicide.
No.
Therapy is
not
where you
shotgun
wanna go.
therapy.
Oh no,
Therapy.
I considered it.
Not expensive.
No, well, I mean it is, but
Okay.
Do you feel
I
like
could
you,
afford it. But it's just
do you feel
I
like
don't
you
know.
need it?
I don't feel like I don't know.
That's
I
the
don't
thing.
feel like I need it
You
because I
seem
don't-
like
But
stable.
But I don't.
I mean,
I could
okay.
argue that therapy is something that we could
There's
all
like-
benefit from.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Not necessarily a necessity, but certainly beneficial.
I would
I'm
agree
not
with
going to
that.
disagree.
I just, oh man,
I'm just saying, like,
It just you learn more about yourself and how your brain works, which
I
is
just-
not, that's good for everybody.
yeah.
Nobody's gonna
I-
not benefit from learning more about why they are the way they are.
from what I've
Yeah.
heard from John, he doesn't really need it. Like, he's fully aware of what's going on and, like, he's not, like, lost or anything. But, like, he's
Well, I
just.
mean, I'm not either.
Yeah.
I'm aware that I'm unhappy. That's why I went to go see one.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying he's unhappy. He just
He
doesn't.
is. He's saying he's
I
unhappy.
think he's hammering
I
it
would
up a
just,
bit.
I'm not like I would say I'm like not happy, but I'm also not going to say I'm sad necessarily.
He's not fully
Yeah.
satisfied.
I would just like, I mean, there's more to life to experience that I know I'm can experience, and I know that like
Zoom in on
I might
this.
live my full life not ever experiencing it, but I don't know. I'm okay with it.
Do you feel like maybe some of that is just because you don't know, like you don't have a clear sense of like direction or like what the future is going to be, or because I
Yeah.
kind of felt that a few years ago. Like
I would say so.
I felt kind of stuck and kind of confused and not happy because and it wasn't that I was like depressed. I wouldn't say I was depressed. I definitely was never, but it was more of just like, I just never felt really like super happy because I was just so confused on like what I was going to do and where I was going to be in the next few years. And so I tried to like really come up with like a plan and think of like things I really wanted to accomplish and where I wanted to be. And I feel like maybe that can be part of it because just not having a direction just makes you feel lost. And that happens a
Yeah.
lot when it comes to like doing YouTube because you can do whatever you want every day.
Yeah.
There's no set plan. There's no set progression.
I don't know if it's like necessarily because I don't have a plan. But it's just I mean, I guess it's like kind of rough because I don't want to work right now, even though I know I should. like I don't have the urge to actually put in the effort.
It is a rough time for you to
like really care about anything. It's just
I felt that
like I
way
want to
with
wake up
YouTube.
and like I'm okay with editing, but like as soon as I'm over it, I don't want to fucking see it for the rest of the day.
Why not get an editor?
I've
helps a little bit.
been looking. It's just
Do
the
it.
thing with editors
the
is
market.
it's a lot of trusting somebody fully with something that I've trusted for honestly over like 10 years now. It's a tough thing to give up.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
swapped
just,
to an editor like 4 or 5 years ago, and that was my big struggle. Was like, I'm not going to say like I was like the best editor, but I took a little bit of pride in how I edited. I don't think I was super great, but I liked the way I did my videos, and I was just like, man, I don't want to like. I was also super subconscious of like how people would like think of my videos if they would look at them and be like, okay, I don't think he edited this. But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
like so many YouTubers have done it now. Oh no.
I got it.
Hold on.
Keep going.
All right. Anyway,
You're
yeah,
back
you just
in
have
the
to like you have to realize like there are people out there who have literally, been editing just as long as you,
yeah,
maybe even longer.
yeah, for
There's
sure.
going to be people that are better than you. Even if you think you're the fucking greatest, I promise you there's someone out there better.
I know I'm not. the
It takes a
greatest.
little bit of practice and work to be like,
Ever heard of Nikki?
I'm just saying it takes a little bit of practice and a little bit of work with whoever you want to be an editor
editor.
to teach them like
With
how
the-
to do
with the
your
cod
style.
eyelashes?
But once you
Yeah.
find it, like it makes life a lot easier because like
Yeah.
you want to be focusing on the things you do best, and the thing you do best is recording. Like editing, sure, but
That's what I've
Recording
always
and getting
had
footage
a
is
struggle
best.
with. Is I don't feel like I was ever a focus for like what I was in recording. I always felt like it was for my editing. That's been my biggest issue. Is like I don't think it's been tough to think it's for me and not for what I've done. I'm not like necessarily like looking for confirmation, but like it's definitely just how I've thought. It's
Okay.
just, it seems like, because it definitely was like a weird timing with like, as I started putting in more work to my editing, that's when it started working out for me. It's like after all these fucking years I've put in, is like now that I've started putting in extra editing, it's like, oh, all of a sudden, my channel's growing. That was kind of like it definitely was a slight taint to my vision on how like this whole thing was for me. Is I didn't see that it was just like a channel for me. I saw this as a channel for my editing instead
Yeah.
of like
I don't
for
think
me.
that's the case anymore.
I mean, I don't necessarily like, I don't want to believe it's the case, but I do still think it's the case, like deep down. So
I don't believe it. Why don't you get an editor? We've talked about it before.
I have someone that does my like more solo stuff, like the commentary side of things,
What about just like someone so you can post even more videos?
like my whole like montages and
I
everything.
mean, even if you still wanted to do those, you could still get like another editor and do like, even more videos than you are now.
I don't know. To be honest, I think it's like I said when John was mentioning, like it's just like kind of a tough time for YouTube. Like
Yeah,
games aren't even like they're like it's the Fortnite era, right? I don't know when this podcast is going to come out, but right now it's
Maybe
the
like
Fortnite
a next
era.
week or two. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like things aren't really the freshest things. It's difficult to play games for a certain amount of time, especially when it becomes it starts as a hobby, right? For all of us, it becomes a priority and a job, and it's a source of income. So playing games for a source of fun, it doesn't really
hard.
exist anymore unless you
Yeah.
find like a really good single player game. Like I played through the shit. Like I fucking played through Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order so quickly, or like I took my time with it, but like it went by so fast because I was enjoying it so much. It's
Can I
hard to
admit
find
something?
a game like that, but like I don't want to record that. It's hard to find games like that.
can I miss something real quick?
Go ahead.
The only game I enjoy playing solo right now is League of Legends.
Oh, interesting.
I know it's like a crate, but like, dude, League of Legends is like, it's still like, it's super competitive, even though it's like doesn't necessarily come off as it. But like, it's just like the only game I enjoy, just like super casually playing.
Well, you like the card games, right? Like the
Yeah.
Hearthstone.
I've been playing. Yeah. I used to play Hearthstone a lot. That was
Yeah.
always like,
well,
my,
like just games like that.
that was like my,
Like,
I like
never
chill
really-
kind of like just sit
never
back.
What's
recorded
the
it
other
type
one
of
you're
shit.
playing right now?
I'm playing
Marcel's-
Hearthstone Battlegrounds. And then what else?
Marcel's playing.
Oh,
What's
it's
it
Legends
called?
of Runeterra. I tried it out, but I'm
Yeah.
not playing it a whole lot. I just
Ah,
wanted to
okay.
play it
Wait, what
because
was-
I
what
wanted to
is
get
that
good at it
again,
and beat
Willie?
Marcel.
What's Legends of Runeterra for Lee?
What?
What's Legends of Runeterra?
That's League of Legends card game.
Oh,
It's based around League of Legends characters and spells and all that shit.
That's different from TFT.
Yeah,
that's a whole
TFT. So
other thing.
TFT is an auto chess, which is like an auto battler game.
Yeah.
Legends of Runeterra is literally a card game, like Magic the Gathering. Cards have like numbers on them, and you play
Yeah.
them. And
Okay.
It's
Gotcha.
their version. It's in beta right now.
Neither of
I
those.
don't think you can play against friends yet, but that's the only reason I wanted to play is because
Yeah.
I was like, I used to play Hearthstone and was pretty good at it. I can probably get good at this, and I wanted to beat Marcel. I'm
That's
still
the
going
only-
to. When I can
that's
play
the only
against him,
reason.
I'm going to learn it and beat him.
Yeah, no, those aren't for me. Like I love the single player games, and
But everybody has a single player game.
yeah, no,
right?
it's just
Or a
it's hard
style.
for me to like really find time to, really enjoy one. Like I tried to play Red Dead, but when that came out for PC, it was just a buggy mess and it kept crashing, so I lost interest. But I'd like to go back to it at one point. It's just hard to find time to do
What
it.
game?
Red Dead,
Oh, yeah.
the new one. I never played it on console, so I've just been waiting for it this whole time on PC, and it was just been a mess ever since it came out for it. So, but like just shit like that, like Star Wars, but it's so hard to find time for shit like that because so much of your job is based on multiplayer, and and even like I play solo, but it's based around multiplayer games like Escape from Tarkov or Call of Duty or Rainbow Six Siege or and even shit that I do play like with friends. It's like that footage doesn't come out till 3 or 4 months after
Yeah.
you guys post it, and that's my own fault because that's a certain type of content I want to make. But that's my own fucking thing to bear, and
Yeah, I mean, my thing is like once YouTube starts to get slower, I'm not as interested in it. Like I just try to find some sort of other outlet, and that's where like a lot of these projects I have going on outside of YouTube have kind of spawned in.
That's
like,
where I'm
like
struggling.
Glitch and just like I've gotten big into like investing, just like
Yeah.
personal finance stuff, like fashion stuff, which is one thing I wanted to talk about with you guys.
Yep.
A couple other projects that I can't talk about yet. This podcast, just to have stuff that like to do when I'm not like feeling games.
Something
Just-
that's not YouTube
Because,
uploading videos,
like,
pretty much.
one thing I've learned, and you guys may not feel this way, but one thing I've learned is like you guys could take a break for like 2 months and be fine.
Yeah.
We haven't. I promise you,
I
you
still
could.
don't feel that.
I promise you could.
I
We have
hate
enough
taking a break
connections
for,
and
like, a
enough friends, enough people
but-
wanting to know what we're doing, and as long as you stay active on like maybe some social media or give people a timeline of when you're going to be back and actually come back solid, you could take 2 months, 3 months off,
Yeah.
guaranteed, and come back right where you left off. Sure, you would lose money during those months not uploading,
Yeah.
but once you come back, it'd be right back where you were.
I'd say I'm
kinda-
more
I-
comfortable with like a month, but
yeah, you kind of brought this up as well, though, like in text recently. Like
Yeah.
you're saying that like recently, like people are a lot like more okay and like understanding of
creators.
people having to take like mental health days. Like it's so much more of a thing than it used to be.
Yeah.
Like mental health
Because
days
the
used
people-
to not be a thing.
the people that do watch us tend to do struggle with that sort of thing. Like it's
mental
understandable.
health is like
yeah.
I feel like more like bigger than it's ever been, which like sucks. Like obviously because
well, no,
like,
it's good. It's good.
like it's good, but
that
it
it's
also sucks
recognized.
because like it sucks that so many people are suffering with
Yeah,
like these
you realize.
like so many mental health conditions. Like it's unfortunate that like we're that. I guess I don't want to say unstable, but like kind of just like not fully prepared for like the world as like maybe initially thought we were. I guess I
It's
don't
just how, like-
really know, but like just like a lot of people are like
Yeah.
fully and ready, and I think like it's good to like learn with other people and like be ready with other people. It's comfort. Don't feel uncomfortable.
No, definitely
with
not.
it, you know.
Yeah. I just think
Just
like in terms of like taking a big break like
ask
that,
people and-
like the two main scares are that you'll leave and your channel will die while you're gone,
Yeah.
which I
That's-
promise you,
Which
for
that's-
all
my
of us
channel's already
here,
dying.
That's everyone.
for
Guys,
all of us
please
here,
sub.
that just
Watch
won't
my
happen.
videos.
There's just no
Yeah.
way. There's just no way. Unless you literally left for like a year, and even then, probably still not. You could definitely leave for a month, couple months at a time. And
Honestly,
then
a
the other
year
fear
might
is that,
like you might come back and be bigger than ever.
Yeah,
yeah, who knows? It's so
Uh,
unpredictable.
yeah. And then the other fear is that like you'd be letting down, like the people that watch
I
your
think
videos.
that's my thing.
But I mean, there's so much to watch. Like, they definitely may prefer your videos,
Mhm.
but if you're gone for a month, it's not like they're not going to have anything to fucking watch.
Yeah,
they're going to
yeah,
miss you,
right.
but they have your old videos to look back on. Maybe they'll click, maybe they'll be like, oh man, I wish Smitty uploaded today. I'll just go back and watch one of my favorite videos of his to get me, through today.
Yeah.
And then watch all these other YouTubers I like
And we
as
do
well.
appreciate you for
So-
those
yeah.
who do
So,
that,
Smitty,
and
you're
even who
s-
don't.
You're saying your biggest fear is like people kind of for like getting at you like too soon, or
I wouldn't say biggest, but like just my
Right.
biggest fear would be that all of this disappears tomorrow. But
Yeah.
that's just a part of the job, it's. And
I
I'd
don't
like
know.
to say that I'm loving life recently, and I couldn't be happier with where I am, and I'm very grateful for what I have. But I'm obviously still very cautious about keeping that intact and making sure
Yeah.
I keep
Just
people
that-
happy and shit like that.
That realization is something that I've come to, but I myself haven't even done that. Like I haven't taken a 1 month break. I've maybe taken like
Yeah.
5 days or a week.
No,
But
absolutely.
just having the thought in my head, knowing that like I could if I wanted to. And if things get to a point where I really feel like I can, like that has just like, kind of relaxed. I don't feel forced to do everything. And so I'll miss a few days and I'll be like, man, I really want to like record again or something. Just even a few days.
I definitely need to get into more like business side of things. Like for when I am taking those little stints where I'm like, I'm going to take, a few days off and not worry about anything. I definitely need to be more productive in terms of that. Cause like I said, I am enjoying life, like just with friends and family, and being back home and stuff is great with my dog and shit like that. But like, I think I need to really prioritize my future as well. Cause you never know how long this stuff is going to last.
You don't want to blow it on dumb shit and have nothing to show for it.
That's one thing a lot of people
gone.
who get into this industry nowadays are really not struggling, or that they are struggling to understand, is that, it's not permanent. You may make a good amount of money 1 month and then next month you may not, or the next month after that.
Year or two seems great, but then after that it's like, whoa.
You need a 5-year plan for sure. And that's just something I'm struggling with.
It's hard to look 5 years in the future.
Especially in this job, because it's not possible.
So it's not possible in this job.
It's not possible for anyone.
Which is, again, that was one of my things like a few years ago, is just I was so unsure what was going to happen. And then all these little projects on the side started to pop up, and I can see the progression to those.
I think I'm just not there yet.
Yeah.
I think once I
it takes
network
time, but
more,
you have to make it happen too. You have to have in your a thought in your head, like, I want to do a few things outside of YouTube that I'm passionate about.
What would you do after YouTube, Smitty? Like hypothetically, if perfect world, what would be your ideal world after YouTube?
If I'm honest, I'd love
if say you fully retired from YouTube and you had like enough to live off of like for however long you're alive. Like what would you want to do?
Like not making any more income here?
Not necessarily, but you could make more income.
Probably stocks. I think stocks is but that's the thing. I don't know until I experience that, because like I may do that at one point and then I'd be like, this is fucking boring. I need something to do.
Yeah.
Maybe like in a perfect world, like driving around my 16 sports cars, it just isn't like,
you have 16 sports cars now?
You have a
job
podcast?
Necessarily. I'm not just like, even if it's like retiring, it's like retiring, but it's like you could still earn money doing it.
I think retiring this young is fucking boring.
Oh no. Even if I retire, if I were to retire to like in like a year or two, I would still want something to do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know if I could live like the rest of my life being retired.
Yeah. If you had infinite money and were retired now, what would you do? And then whatever answer you give, that's what you should do as your job.
Sorry, go ahead. We were being dumb. Sorry. Sidebar?
Pussy.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Hopefully they picked that up.
No, it's just that was always like the thing is like, whatever, if you had like $100 million in the bank and were retired, what would you want to do? And then whatever your answer is, that's what you should try to make your job. What do you mean if?
What would I make my job?
No, I'm just saying like that's like one of the things that people say. And so, if you're never going to fully retire.
Everyone's different though.
I'm the same way. Like, I don't feel like I'll ever fully I feel like the most retired I would ever be is I would be like just doing like real estate, just like houses that I'm renting.
Something very super casual, like slight.
Just like a few times, like one day a week or something, where I have to go and worry about a couple properties or something. If I were like
70 or something,
I was sitting on a bunch of cash and we're retired.
I would love to sell real estate.
I think real estate license, dude. Sell some dope ass houses.
Maybe like Ryan
here in the Hollywood Hills.
Sirhan or Eric Conover or one of them.
I don't even know what the fuck I would do in my old age.
Probably like
would just be slaying some old puss, dude.
Probably not even that. I barely do that when I'm young. So,
hey,
I don't know.
Stars, kid.
As you get older and more distinguished, dude, start coming in.
I plan on being dead young. So it's like,
what do I do? You already made it at 18, so you're not young anymore, John. You're already old.
How old are you, John?
26.
Ooh, you still got room to make the 27 club.
I fucked up. I missed my fucking.
I hope I don't say that and that comes true, because this will be really fucked up.
John. You're not. you keep yourself safe now.
Yeah, for real.
I'll keep myself
at least until 28, because I don't want to be held responsible.
Good.
If you know what I mean.
I don't. And
I don't know what I mean either.
This podcast is really gone off the rails.
Yeah,
it's been a real roller coaster.
Reel it back in.
Yeah, let's reel it back in. Hey guys, fishing.
So one thing that people may or may not know about you two is,
are we gay?
I don't know.
That'll be a good thumbnail right there.
Oh no,
perfect.
Wait, hold on. Let's get better in the.
Let's actually.
Well, we have this one right here.
Yeah, no, that's what I was. No, I'm good. I'm really good. I'm
begging you to do it one more time.
Okay,
I'm
besides whether or not you may or may not be gay, one thing people may or may not know about you is you're into fashion.
Yes.
Yes, you are. You fucking liar.
No thanks.
You're literally sewing buttons and shit on your pants. All right. Shit. You guys are going fucking off the deep end. No, but like that was one thing in like the past couple years that you have gotten me into, where it just
fault. It all stems from John.
It's not even about like expensive clothes. It's more of just like taking a notice of like fashion and just like
what you're
trying
wearing.
to find my own style and like learning what I like to wear and what I don't like to wear and stuff.
A lot of people are like super nervous getting into like looking into like more fashionable shit, but it's just like dress in whatever you're comfortable with. Like you don't have to necessarily dress in like some crazy shit just to follow trends. Dress what you feel comfortable in. Like if you don't feel comfortable in something you're wearing, it's not going to look good. No matter how expensive it is, no matter how fucking beautifully it's fucking sewn together, it's not going to look good if you don't feel comfortable. It's just it's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
If you feel awkward in it, you're going to look awkward in it.
If you feel comfortable, you look good.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. Ooh, more alcohol. That's what I needed. Said no one. Like I just like I think that's like the biggest thing with like,
I think there's definitely a limit to whatever you feel comfortable in. Because I'm not going to lie. When I see some shit, if someone's like really trying and I see some shit and I'm like, no, like stop. I'm not going to tell them.
Yeah. I want to preface that this is more of just like, more than just the stupid hype shit of like people wearing like a shit ton of Off-White and Supreme. Like you guys are generally into like, you know, putting an outfit together, you know,
I'm
and
pretty sure like
not even that
all my
stuff.
outfits for this week are like, it's like a total of like less than like $300. Like anyone for like the outfits I have like this whole weekend, they could easily be put together.
Oops.
Like fashion doesn't have to be expensive. And that's what people have to be like, that's what people have to realize. Fashion isn't expensive. Fashion is creation is like really all it is.
I think if you definitely have a passion for it, like, I mean, like, and if you have the means to do it, like, and spend the money on it, like, then sure, if you want to get a nice piece here or there, like, absolutely
try it.
There's no reason to be mixing fucking Gucci with Supreme with Louis Vuitton with Gucci with fucking, I don't know, a Hermes hat or whatever the fuck you're doing.
Because
like,
that can just come across as like trying way too hard.
It's just I get it. You're trying to like show you're rich, but it's like you look like a fucking asshole. I'm gonna be honest. I'm so sorry.
If you look like a buffoon with a bunch of money on your body, you're still gonna look like a buffoon.
Yeah, like,
I'm still gonna like in my dreams. I'm still gonna like pretend I'm spitting on you because like you're nothing to me. So just keep that in mind.
But I would say these two got both of us into fashion. Anthony,
we're not like I still look at outfits of mine and I'm like, this is fucking trash. I'm going to McDonald's at 3 a.m. This is fine for me. You know, like, I don't care. I'm not looking
that just throw the shit on and go out the house.
I don't dress to impress. I dress to be like, that's fine for me.
I feel like I look good. Yeah.
Like that's fine for me. I don't give a shit.
I have a constant like feel like I need to appease people. So I definitely dress to impress.
we walked
you
to that.
Appease me every day.
We
John.
walked into that Louis store.
So
we walked into that Louis Vuitton store and the guy looked at my fucking jacket, like the wolf one. And he's like, I like that jacket. Like he was worked there. Like he was like
lone wolf.
The lone wolf jacket. Yeah, the police one. We walked in there and the guy who was working like security, whatever, he's like, I fucking like that jacket. Where'd you get that? And I'm like, I just fucking thrifted it.
Yeah, and
it's like $30.
Shout out to the people at Riccardi.
Yeah.
They were just pretty much saying that like all of us are like, y'all got like some, like everyone has like some cool ass style. Y'all are like super unique like to yourselves.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And they're just
no
like
one follows trends. You just get comfortable with what you want to wear.
They're like super cool. They're just like, he was just like saying, I like all y'all fashions. And it's just like,
so when did you get into fashion? Like when did that first start?
This guy showed me fashion.
Okay. So then when did you, if you showed him, when did you get into it? And when did you show him?
Shout out to my boy, Nate. You know,
Nate Leonard.
Yes. Nate Leonard. Also Nate, if you're watching, congratulations on he proposed to his girlfriend recently.
Engaged.
So recently engaged. Congratulations.
Nate. I don't know you, but you're doing good.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. But he's like kind of like the original. I used to play League of Legends with him way back in the day, kind of during like Minecraft days when I did graphic design for a lot of like the older Minecraft channels like Sunday, or maybe not like necessarily
Team Crafted, baby.
Like Team Crafted.
Like Austin Malone.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not him. He
Austin Post, not Austin Malone. I'm so sorry.
I did like a rebranding for Jason MCU, who was like a good friend of Austin or Post, like at that time before he kind of blew up when he was in Team Crafted. So that was pretty much what I did before. Is like a lot of graphic design for a variation of teams, which is The BC clan, which I was talking about earlier, is kind of how I got started in graphic design. I was doing like form designs for like signatures and shit for a lot of different people in that. And that's what I initially did is graphic design. And that was like the first thing I did for even in high school. My friend Kyle and like Brandon, we sat in graphic design class, listened to dubstep, put it on UKF dubstep, looked that shit up. Fucking just pumped it. Like I was helping my teacher more so than she was helping me with the graphic design class. And I was just telling her what to do. And it was super fucking casual for me. So for me, it wasn't too much. And I don't know, I didn't mind it. Graphic design has always been something I've been into.
Did that
So-
run into your interest in fashion?
Yeah. So
Nate-
Nate,
I would say so, just because it's like the pairing of like certain things and just kind of putting them together and how they look together is always a very nice thing. Just how things look.
yeah. So
You
what
always
is it?
want them
What
to
is it
look
about
nice.
it you enjoy specifically? Like the creative side of like putting a thing together, or just like expressing like yourself, or just you feel like you look good, so you feel good.
I think expressing and just kind of like putting out whatever you think looks good. Because I think the most important thing about fashion, I think fashion is completely subjective. I don't think there's ever really one look that always looks like I guess there is always like one look that like
Except
will
you
always look
naked.
decent. True. But I think everyone if you want like to like genuinely get like your own like feel and your own fashion and your own like feeling for it, I think you should dress how you feel comfortable, no matter how it is, whether it's like Hype Beastie or you're shopping at fucking, like Macy's or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Whatever you're comfortable in, that's what you should dress in. Like, don't try to go out of your comfort range.
I think
In order
confidence
to-
it's like a double-edged sword though.
What's that?
I think confidence is a double-edged sword and that sort of thing though, because
Yeah, I mean, I do think you should like try to push out of your comfort zone
Well,
a
no,
little bit.
in
but-
terms of like some people feel confidence in wearing like I said, like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Supreme all at the same
Yeah.
time. And it's like you look like
don't
a
look
clown.
corny.
Yeah, you look corny. Like no one fucking cares. No girl is gonna like what you're wearing. No girl gives a shit what fucking brand you're wearing.
Keep it subjective but objective at the same time.
That's why girls go after fucking people who wear polo shirts and cargo shorts, you know?
Is that what I'm doing wrong? Fuck.
You know what I mean? Like it's no one gives a shit that you're wearing a $600 Supreme box logo. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, if anyone's sleeping for you, just like sleeping with you just because you're clothes, you probably don't want
It's
to
not
be
the person
fucking
you
them.
want to be with.
Yeah,
I think
like,
something
it's a
I've learned-
one night thing. Don't look for anything further. Like,
Because you guys taught me everything that I don't want to say taught me, but like sort of introduced me to everything that I know
Yeah.
about fashion.
Definitely didn't teach you.
And one thing that I've definitely picked up on with my own styles, because sometimes I'll wear $600 sneakers, but it'll be a $10 Uniqlo graphic tee. Like
yeah,
it's
Whatever
not-
you like.
the
not
most
like-
important thing I think is not it's not what you wear, it's like how you
it's
wear
how you
it.
wear it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Like-
exactly.
Like how comfortable you are. Like I'm wearing a
100%.
$200 sweater right now, but I also have like, I don't know, a $20 jacket back at the hotel that I
Mhm.
wear over top of it. Like I
No.
don't care. It
No.
makes me feel good. I look good in it. So who cares if
exactly.
it's, draining money out of your wallet? Sure, we all have
Exactly.
expensive pieces, but
Yep.
we also have basics from like ASOS and Minimal and
Yep.
Uniqlo and
Fair enough.
Thrifting.
My
like,
pants are like $30 from Amazon right now. But
Yeah.
my shirt is like $200 from
Yeah.
Kevin.
right, and there's nothing wrong with
Like,
pairing those two things.
And my boots
together.
are also like,
The
like
comments are gonna hate us.
it's just
I mean,
yeah,
if
but
you're
some
not
people
into
will
fashion, it
understand.
probably all sounds
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
dumb.
like
but
yeah, like fashion is so subjective. It's insane.
It is.
Like even people like I feel like you can dress the most basic style and people still won't like it. People still think it's gonna suck.
There's
you
still
know?
people. Yeah, I mean, you're not.
No, you're
like,
never gonna
not-
be able
you're
to
not-
please
you're not
everyone.
doing it for
Even
them,
from then,
you know?
like
Yeah.
there's people that are gonna be like beyond something. They're just like, fuck, I wish I could pull that off, and they just pull it off better. Like,
Yeah.
Asians.
I mean, like I hate
Asians.
like I don't want you to like toot my own horn, but I'm also
Asians.
gonna
All look
toot the
bad.
fuck out of my own
Asians.
horn.
K-pop.
People say I look good at a lot of things,
K-pop
but like
just
there's
kills
still
it.
a shit ton of things that like I wish I could
BTS.
pull off.
Yeah.
Like
I agree.
They're
there
killing it.
is fuck Asians.
They do everything.
They are
so
Asians
well.
are too
It's
good
unfair.
at everything.
It's not fair.
Fuck you,
It's-
Asians.
Quit being so much.
I'm
better at
white.
everything.
This isn't even like a
It's a good
fuck
fuck
you
you.
because you're Asian thing. It's like
I feel like
fuck
you
you, I
can't.
wish I
I feel
could
like
do
you
what you
can't
do.
even be
It's-
racist towards an Asian person because they're so good at everything.
it's not fair.
Asians
Like,
are the peak
like,
of humanity.
yeah.
Change my
It's
mind.
like sure.
As a white guy, Asians are the peak of humanity. Change
Yeah,
my mind.
obviously, that's a joke.
No, I saw
I
a
don't
white.
know what it is.
No,
That's a
I
white guy.
genuinely
Hold
saw
on.
an Asian guy walking in this windy ass weather earlier, and his hair was still perfect. Changed my fucking mind that Asians are the
It
best.
just didn't move. It was like
It
an anime.
didn't. His hair was perfect.
We were on our drive. Where was it? To the
Like,
con
what-
earlier, and I saw probably the most beautiful Asian couple
Thank
I've ever
you.
seen in my life. Like
Really?
the man was stunning. His girlfriend or girl that he was with, gorgeous. Like they
Both-
were both like from
Great
foot
fits,
to hair,
right?
just just not. It's going back to what we were saying. I don't even know what they were wearing, but it looked good. It
They
looked
look good.
fucking great. Like it looked like they were walking through like a Vogue photo shoot.
They know what they were doing.
Yeah.
And it's unfair. They're just
with-
born with a sense
I
of
think they
what
just-
the fuck to do.
They
Like
dressed
Japanese
to their
style is just
comfort.
so far ahead of where we're even at.
Japanese, Korean, it's just
Asian in
it's
general.
nuts. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I genuinely think Asians are just on a whole nother level.
they are.
Well, they
And, like,
are.
I don't mean this in like
That's
an
not saying
Asian
a whole lot. We're like
superiority.
50th
but
in
like,
education. We're a bunch of stupid fucking white people here.
yeah, like what?
Hey, we got good pastries though, don't we?
Oh, dude,
Mike's
we do.
pastries.
We got good pastries.
Also, can I go ahead and say, Mike, that cookie I got completely mid, not that good. Mike's pastries. If you're
Hey,
watching,
shout out
get
Mike's
better.
pastries.
Step up your fucking
Like,
cookie.
I
holy
liked
shit.
my cookie. To
I've
be
never
fair.
had a more mediocre cookie.
Boston
I'd
cream
rather
pie is
go
way
get a
back in my
Pillsbury
room
Doughboy
for me.
cookie and fucking warm that shit up in the goddamn microwave and cook and eat that shit. It was completely mid.
Well, I guess that's better than Reggie.
It was still good though.
Anyway, so fashion.
Yeah, I know. I have another question now leading into it. So, John,
Still
you've
like
recently you got a sewing machine. You
I
tweeted
did
about
get a
it, posted on
sewing machine.
Instagram.
I love
You've been
sewing.
sewing some custom shit together.
Yes.
You're wearing some,
what's
aren't
that all
you?
about?
I
Yeah.
am.
Show it off,
Can we
man.
see it?
Well, check out YouTube if you want to
Pants are
see it.
Fucking dope.
Yeah, this camera's. He sewed on some pockets, some buttons onto some jeans.
pockets. The current one I'm wearing is just like a lot of buttons.
Oh, I thought I was going to
It's
ask
just
if
kind
you're
of
wearing your
like,
Vans.
No, I'm not wearing my Vans right now. I do have Vans that have like I could maybe provide a picture.
Sure.
Perhaps
I could
if we
provide a
remember to
picture
edit
and
that
have it.
in.
If he remembers.
Well, I mean, maybe the editor will go through it and hear this part. But I got like buttons. I put a pocket. Can they see that? If you're watching on YouTube, there's a pocket that's a sunflower. I'm also gonna add a butterfly that was inspired by my friend's album, Butterflies.
Dope. Fucking sick.
Look, all right. I don't know, but
I'm gonna put a
but,
moon
like, I wanna-
on
I
my
wanna-
shirt because I'm inspired by moons.
I do like moons. I like circles. I'm gonna do some more circles, and buttons are circles, and I like circles, so I'm gonna do more circles. I'm gonna start
And
doing more circles.
you had a shirt that had denim pants as the sleeves.
Yeah, so I've just been like trying to do more shit, just like make whatever I want to wear.
That's a
In
pretty
my
big
own-
transition for you too, because
Yeah.
you've been pretty centric on just like not doing that.
Yeah, I've
And
always
it's been-
been like very basic and like keeping it kind of simple.
This
and
is
now,
the
like,
first shirt I've seen him wear this weekend that isn't something he's like adjusted.
I know,
Yeah.
which is super sick.
I pretty much took.
Actually, he did adjust. If you look right below the collar, he added some stains.
I actually did genuinely adjust it. I did. This is like a $200 Cav Imp shirt, and I trimmed to him and I made it shorter, so
Oh,
it
really?
fit me better. Yeah,
No shit.
yeah. So you can see here, I re-hemmed it.
All right. Well,
I do need to get an iron if anyone wants to buy my on my wish list, which I actually don't
Well,
have going.
maybe if
so
you
it's not
stop
a real
buying
thing.
$200 shirts, you can afford
If
an
you sound
iron.
like this, I bought this.
That's
through
an
a-
old tee. That's a very old tee.
Imagine
joking.
Tyler with a Montclair fucking hat saying that to me. Wow.
I'm not the one asking for fucking irons on my Amazon
Have
wish
you tried
list. all
steamers?
right?
Not the one- I don't even have a fucking wish list.
I'm gonna pick up my
The
mic
steamers
too.
are
I'm
pretty
teasing
legit.
you.
I actually do want a steamer by Shark.
I'm gonna pick up
There's
my
some
mic
Shark
as well.
steamers, which are pretty banging.
Yeah. You actually inspired me. I went on to ASOS and bought like a $50 denim jacket, like a light wash.
Yeah.
That I want to take like some like stain and paint to, a Dremel, sort of distress it.
Fuck
That's
it up.
great.
Maybe even take some like dyes and dye certain parts of it a little bit darker.
Do it. Fuck it.
But I think it's super cool.
Get some cheap clothes,
Like
ruin
one-of-one
them.
pieces. Yeah,
I know
go
it
to, like,
sounds weird,
thrift
but
stores
just
you're
like
doing.
ruin some cheap clothes.
Yeah. I mean, you're not
See how they
ruining it.
look.
You're learning.
I would say if you have the money and if you're like not fully comfortable in like how you look, or maybe not like fully comfortable, but like you want to
Looking
look
for your
however you
style.
want to look, or like you don't feel like it, fully
think
You're
matches
just going
you,
for a specific look. Yeah.
go for it.
Search
Just like
up,
try it out. Just like do it on something cheap first.
Search
Don't
up-
do it on your
search up-
nicest pair.
Find what your style is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like
most
just
important.
try
Search up-
shit,
search up,
experiment. Don't give
Clothing,
up too early.
clothing inspo.
Yeah.
That
so
helps.
with
That's what my
these
Instagram is.
There's a huge. There's a huge fucking. Someone made a post on Reddit. I can't remember. Like when streetwear used to be like tolerable.
Literally, just look up clothing inspo. I'm pretty sure there's like there's a post of clothing inspos. Of
Oh my God.
Literally every type of
That thing is nuts.
Like there's
I
like
know exactly
skate
what you're talking
inspo,
about.
like
Yeah.
SLP, like Rockstar type.
Like you'll find something that like sticks.
Everything you need,
balls.
whatever you're like interested in, look for it, try it out, give
Make
it
a
a
night.
go.
Make a night.
Experiment.
Look through it all, and you'll find what you want. And then just buy cheap shit from there. And then if you get more interested, then if you have the funds, then invest more into it because it's definitely worth it. Like it's you want to look good. It's just like not look good, but like you want to feel good. Like that's the most important thing.
Yeah,
Right.
I think one of the biggest things, something I still struggle with, is just like don't care about what people think about you. Like it's one of the hardest things I think to completely just like kind of like forfeit from your mind.
Morgan hitting.
Anyway,
It's just like not caring what people think about you. I think
That is
I mean, I
huge.
don't know if you can all agree,
I agree.
but once you can
I struggle with that heavily.
once you can like
For
forfeit
sure.
that thought from your mind of like just like I don't give a fuck what they think about me, so much.
That's one of the
it's
big
so
reasons.
much better.
This is real quick. That's one of the big reasons I don't do face cam is just
Yeah.
because not that I'm like super self-conscious. It's more than just if I know that
Just
the
wanna
face cam
avoid
is
it.
on, I have a thought in the back of my head of like, what do I look like right now? What
Yeah.
are people thinking about what I look
That's
like right
fair.
now? And like, and that's why I don't
That
like
goes
it.
away.
I think that's a bit different
That's
in
just why I
terms of.
just don't do it. There's other reasons too, but that's one of them.
I think
Yeah.
that's a bit different in terms of like content creation, but like when it comes to like just dressing different and like fashion, and I don't give a fuck what I step out in. Like it just, I know what
as far as what other people think.
Yeah,
you
I don't give
care
a fuck.
Oh,
for
okay.
yourself. Like, you
Oh,
want
it's
to
like-
you want to wear what you want to wear, but
Shout
I
out to
was
the
wearing
old
Nike
ladies on the
joggers and
hotel.
a Gildan tee the other day.
Well, that's the thing.
but I still
Tyler.
look good. Like I don't give a shit.
If you're wearing what makes you feel comfortable,
And yeah,
it's why the fuck would you care what anyone else thinks?
right.
confidence is literally the absolutely best looking thing you can wear.
Yeah.
100%.
I look at it this way. If you're dressing to impress anybody but yourself, it is so noticeable.
Yeah,
But if you're dressing,
dress
like
good
if you
for
walk out of
yourself.
that house and you're just like, I'm feeling myself, whether it's
Yep.
like a pair of sweatpants and a t-shirt
Completely naked.
or the
Yes.
best, if your birthday suit,
Yeah.
or if it's
Dress,
like
dude, look
if
good
it's
for
like
yourself.
every penny you got and you're,
Fuck
and
everyone
you're-
else.
like you
Yeah.
layered it up, sure. Like if it makes you feel good, that confidence that you're wearing out and about on your face is what people are attracted to.
if
Yeah,
you feel
not
good
the
for
label on your
yourself,
hat or
then
shit
like
like that.
everyone else is gonna feel good to you as well. Like
No,
that's
the-
honestly how it is.
Honestly, no. Like I
Like,
said,
if
it's-
you're out at the bar naked, and
no,
your dick
well,
is
Maybe
just
not.
out,
As
no.
nobody's gonna be
okay,
feeling it, bro.
don't listen to
Disagree.
Anthony because he's a fucking drug addict.
as I've said multiple
You're
times,
drunk as fuck. What are you talking about?
as I've said multiple
I never
times,
said I wasn't.
No.
if I see Gucci, Louis Vuitton,
Hey,
Supreme,
can I hit your
fucking
cocaine line
everything.
of look? Can I
put
hit the
on
line
you.
there's
of
no
cocaine by
drug
the-
use going on. Jesus fucking
If I
Christ.
see every brand
Can I
in the
please
world
inject
put
your
on
heroin?
you, no thanks.
How do you feel about accessories though? 'Cause, like sometimes I'll be wearing a
That's
Gucci
good.
ring and a Versace
That's
bracelet.
fine. That's fine.
Well, I was just pointing it
Accessories
out.
are very minute.
Right.
They're topics of conversation.
You're
They're-
talking about like pieces
there's
and
there's
layering.
something that's something that like someone else notices and they're like, hey, that's cool. Like let's talk
Right.
about like a watch or a fucking
So you're
like
talking
a
like
bracelet.
Versace kicks and like YSL pants and Gucci top
What
and
the fuck are you doing?
Especially
Yeah.
when the branding is
Stop.
loud. Especially when the branding is loud.
Okay.
It- especially
I got you.
yeah, when it's loud, it's like you're obnoxious. Just knock it off. You don't look good.
If you're
I'm
trying to
sorry.
show off the brand you're wearing, you're corny.
that's the thing. That's
but,
what-
But
that's what
also
high-
don't give a shit what people think about you.
That's
so.
well, no, that's what high fashion is.
But like also if you're like trying to be braggadocious, fuck you. You're
That's
corny
what
little
high
bitch.
fashion is. You wonder why like a brand like Balenciaga has a small logo here and then a big logo on the back? Because they want recognition. They the people that are buying that stuff, they want that big logo on the back and the front, right?
But if they make
Because
a big
they
logo
want to
look
be
good,
known. They want to be seen wearing that. That's the whole point, right? When I see a shirt like that, I'm like, why the fuck is that thing on the back? Like, just give me the front thing. That's all I care about. Like, that's all I want. I don't care if someone is
Unless
walking
it's well
behind
done.
me and sees Balenciaga on the back. I don't give a shit. I don't want that.
right.
Get
Fuck
that off. That's the same
Balenciaga.
reason I hate sleeve designs or shit like that. Like long, obnoxious ones. I just don't like it.
dude, come on.
It's not for me.
It
It's
just hung out with him.
we can't talk about that.
We can't drop names,
but No. hung
out with them earlier.
I definitely don't have a hoodie with.
Here's the thing. If you like wearing it,
I'm giving. I know.
I'm
I'm
gonna
giving you shit.
personally clown you. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna tell you unless you're like a close friend and I'm like, that looks fucking terrible. Like,
Right.
get that shit off. Like, what are you doing? But if you're someone on the street, I'm not gonna walk up to you and be like, hey, I don't like that. Fucking get rid of it. Because that's just
I
like,
think
why
it's
would
also
you
a
do
little
that?
different in a
Why
sense
would
of,
you
like-
ruin someone else's day?
Right.
If they're enjoying it, fine, let them. But I'm going to fucking sit back and be like,
Yeah.
Wait,
not for
here's-
me.
Here's a real question. Have you ever had a friend's fit that you're just like,
Yeah, absolutely.
whose was
Did you
it?
let him know?
Tyler's.
Oh.
I'm sure.
You've had that moment with me though.
I've had it with pretty much everyone I know.
Exactly. Like it
Yeah,
happens.
You've all bricked a fit, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
100%. When it
You
happens.
got to brick a few to figure out, the good
Exactly.
ones.
Like,
Dude.
I was being your-
I've bricked fits, 100%.
I was
gotta
being
try
your
some-
no man. I was being your no man in like the stores. I was like, dude, that's just not.
See,
Yeah.
that's what you
Not
need
it.
though. Like,
If you haven't bricked a fit, then it's because you're
You're a
You're not
celebrity.
trying
You're
shit.
trying it.
You're
Yeah.
using
Right.
the shit that you know works.
If
Yep.
you're buying
Don't try another
everything you
shit.
come across, you have a yes man in your group, and that's no good.
And
If
if
someone
you're
is telling you
buying
everything you're
everything for
trying on
me,
is good,
then thank you.
it's not good. Maybe
sure.
you're like Chris Hemsworth and everything you try on
well, yeah,
looks
that's
good.
different. He's not
you know.
a human being.
You know.
He's an Adonis.
But
Yeah.
like there's
Fair.
not everything is gonna work with you.
Like
That's
he was
just,
like shopping
for
the other day. I was
me-
like, "Do you guys like this
that's
windbreaker?"
the thing.
And you were
John's-
like, "Yes."
I mean,
Or it's like Tyler trying on all those different coats, and I'd be like, "No, dog, you look like an 80-year-old
Exactly.
grandma."
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
You have to be. I'd be like, "No, dude, I won't be seen in public with you in that." You just can't. You can't. No.
I was still feeling that denim jacket till I put it on John. He looked like he was 450 pounds from the waist up.
Dude, John seriously looked like something out of like a Pixar movie.
I'm sure we'll put the photo.
Fucking crazy.
Bro, you were beefy in that
I'm
shit, dog.
I'm sure we'll put the
My leg
photo in
sitting
there.
starts
Oh,
my
yeah.
fucking mid chin.
You look like you look like fucking Gumby. Shit was crazy.
Gumby's blue color. Oh shit!
Yeah, that looked way worse than I expected it.
That was
That was
great.
rough.
I loved it. I would have loved you to wear that every day.
If you
was
bought it for
funny.
me, I would have.
No, way too expensive.
Yikes.
All right, so now that we're talking about, has anybody at PAX had a bad fit?
Like that we know of?
What, this
Like
weekend?
in our group, has anybody bricked a fit at PAX?
What do you mean, this weekend?
Yeah,
I mean,
specifically?
me.
Yeah, 2020.
Me personally, yeah.
Oh,
No, you haven't had really a bad
You feel
fit from
limited.
what I know.
I feel limited when I'm at events.
I don't think you've had a
Why?
bad fit though.
It didn't bring too
You've had
much.
simple fits.
Yeah, no, they're just simple.
Everything worked. It's
I
just
don't-
you didn't have a lot of diversity.
No, I don't try to go
Yeah, I think
above
this,
and beyond when I'm at
I
events.
think this PAX I definitely was a little bit too reliant on like kind of the same sort of style of like straight fit jeans and like kind of just like a looser fit.
traffic's a little bit more difficult because you don't have access
Yeah.
to your closet.
I was really
Yeah.
struggling when
That's
I
what I'm
But
saying. You
like
feel
I'm
limited.
also I guarantee I'm one of the few people that wear bootcut jeans in general to this convention. So
I
bootcut
wore
jeans
a
by the
few.
way.
no,
are-
Kelly
I
had
could wear a
bootcut
few
yoga
kinda
pants on
straight stuff.
earlier.
Yeah,
Bootcut-
honestly,
Are
I'm
those
gonna
a
have
real
to
thing?
question Kelly's fit that day. I was not
Wait, are
feeling.
Kelly was wearing bootcut yoga
The
pants
potato
and
asparagus.
like Puma runners.
I didn't
No,
know
it's kinda
bootcut
hot,
yoga
dude.
pants were a
I
real
like the
thing.
They look like
potatoes,
bell bottoms
and
on
my
that
girlfriend
shit.
was
Like,
looking
what?
fucking tasty, dude.
How did I miss
They look like
those?
fucking trip pants, but they
When
were
were
yoga
these?
pants. Kelly
was like 2
wearing
days
this
ago.
yesterday.
I love you, Kelly. Don't listen to these people. We're
Kelly,
working.
what the
We're
fuck
working
is
on
wrong with
Kelly's
you?
fashion game. Listen, we're working on Kelly's fashion game.
So good.
We truly are. She's
So
doing.
good.
She's doing better. She's getting.
Honestly,
I feel like I had-
bootlegs go hard.
I had one the other day where I think I put on too much,
I don't
but some
have
of
them
it
on
was
right now.
subtle.
Like
Like it wasn't like overly branded stuff.
I think I know with you seem to like more like things that have a little bit more obvious branding, but are still like a bit more simple.
I don't know. I don't like. I don't like.
You don't like
huge,
super
this is
gaudy
Saint Laurent.
branding.
It's like I like something that
Yeah.
it's like Kenzo
You like
stuff.
something that's just like kind of here, not
Yeah.
much. Like you don't want something that's just like
I like loud colors. I don't
Yeah.
necessarily care about like the branding or the design. I just like something that stands
you want
out.
something
like,
that pops.
yeah.
It doesn't really matter like how it pops. You want something that pops. I feel like
I
you
don't
want
care
something
whose
that
it
just
is.
like fits and like makes you don't.
I
seem
care more
like
about
a-
how it fits. Like
Yeah,
this
like, you
hoodie
want
right
something
here,
that
this
just, like,
hoodie's
big
subtle on the
fits
front,
well,
but it's got the big ass
and, like,
fucking logo
I
on the
hate
back.
that shit.
Yeah.
But that's why I wore it with a jacket.
What's this?
Where?
Yeah. Like
Did
you,
you
you
put a piece of
want
tape
something that
on
just
there?
works. I feel like you're like a very simple kind of like fit. Like you just want to keep it.
He
kinda
likes
But I
like
wore
a
this
po-
all day
You
with
like
a
a very
jacket.
like left breast pocket design.
Yeah.
Something very
like you
simple.
just want to keep it like kind of like not like maybe necessarily simple, but like
I like my
classy.
branding.
Like you don't want to have to like necessarily have a lot of stuff on you.
Yeah, I
right?
like my branding. I just don't like it on the back.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know?
I would actually.
You're
Most of
gonna
my branding I
hate my new
prefer on the
t-shirt.
back.
But you'll
Oh,
really like my
shit.
hoodie.
How would you guys describe your own style?
Shit.
I'm curious.
I like looking tall because
Okay.
that's one of the most like
7-Eleven.
eye-catching attributes I have is that I have
3
like long
a.m.
legs and long torso.
Actually, how about this? Let's describe each other's style.
Okay.
Okay.
Fucking awful.
Okay.
That's
So-
interesting because you're obviously your own perspective of yourself is is
So like then
different.
you won't really like necessarily explain yourself, but like you'll explain how you see other people. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of
It's almost like,
interesting.
have you ever seen those commercials? I think L'Oreal did it, where it was like people describing themselves, and it's always very negative, but they had somebody else describe them, and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you're so beautiful in your eyes," and blah 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 blah, and they're just like, "Oh,
people see themselves in such a bad light
right."
because like it's hard to see the positives in your own self.
Well, you're constantly looking at
tough.
the negatives so you can improve them.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's really all
Exactly.
you think about.
Yeah.
Because once you've improved it, you're just like, all right, what's on the next negative? Not let's focus on that positive.
This seems like a good exercise. Let's move.
What do you think
forward.
about yourself?
We want to do it.
myself? I thought I thought
What's
it was
like
just
your
about
We're
favorite-
doing
what's
each
your-
other. We're doing each other.
Who do you want
What's
to
your
pick?
favorite
You want me?
thing
I'll
about
go
Tyler?
first. I'll go first. I'll go first.
Okay, go
Okay.
ahead.
Are you
I'll
gonna
run
tell
down
us what are you gonna tell us about?
what I think of your style.
Okay.
What my opinion of your style.
I feel like we
is.
should have like one
not
person
like
that
what
we're
I
like
think, like whether
somewhat.
I think it's good or bad, but just what I think of it when I see it.
But should we have someone like who are we like talking about at first though?
You. I'm
Okay.
gonna go you, and then I'm gonna go Smitty, then I'm gonna go Anthony.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Okay, that
Yeah,
works.
there's only,
And we can maybe, if whoever's editing this, maybe can pull up some pictures from like this weekend of PAX.
My fits went hard, so
Yeah. I think it was like you've got like a 70s, 80s like rock star kind of vibe, and I like it.
I
It's
can
cool.
see that,
It's
yeah.
unique. You don't really see a lot of people wearing what you're wearing, so it's cool. Got the rings, you got the chains, you got the fingernail paint, like
Oh, you don't
the
have a jacket on
haircut.
it.
Yeah, well,
Shit.
It's
The
very
nipple
70s.
tassels, bro.
oh,
Where's the
Sherpa
nipple
jacket's
tassels
back.
at?
It's very 70s.
There they are,
Yeah.
baby. Yeah, zoom in on
Yeah.
that. That's good shit.
It's very 70s.
Yeah, I can
Smitty's
see that.
is very,
Minimal.
very minimal, comfortable, casual, but like still pretty unique in terms of like, I don't know. You like,
Like the pieces
you make
have
things that are very
unique.
subtle
Yeah.
look interesting. You know what I mean? Like you just wear like
Smitty
you
has,
wear
like,
pants,
poppin' pieces
a shirt,
that he
and a
highlights.
cardigan, but like you pull it together in a way that like you notice it.
he
You know what I mean?
highlights good pieces really well.
Yeah,
Right.
I think that's Smitty's thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then with Anthony, I think you pull off kind of like the celebrity kind of look. No, I'm serious. Like if there's a group of people and you see you, you're like, okay, that guy does something.
Yeah,
Like that guy.
that's true. See that.
You were wearing the
not
fucking.
in the
like-
way of like that guy has like money or something. It's more of just like that guy.
You
He's
kind of
important
have
or
like the
something.
most like kind of just like I don't really know what it is about. I don't know how to
Are
explain
you guys
it.
a boy band?
It's just kind of like
That's what we
you
get.
seem like I guess almost the most like the most put together sort of like you seem like everything seems
The oldest. Okay,
Like,
I get it.
no,
I'm
not-
old as
Yeah,
fuck.
you're
guys.
30.
Thank you.
it's not
You're
that it's
30.
like everything seems like prepped and ready like when you put it on like you seem like you like prepare everything.
I do.
Yeah,
I still
so,
lay my
I mean,
shit out on my bed, and I'm like, those colors don't work.
like you seem like
Lame.
you like if you have like pants that are like slightly wrinkled, like you like iron them out, like you get them go, like you get them kind
I-
of
I
ready,
put
like you
stuff
make sure
on.
everything like prim and proper.
Yeah,
before,
I mean,
like,
I do
And
all
then I'm
my
like,
own
you,
laundry.
like you seem like you like like not only regardless of what it is, like you care about like how it just like is gonna sit on you no matter what.
Dude, that's
Of what
impressive.
it
I
was.
really need you to come to my room, my room later. Show me what else you can get in there.
But it
even
just
care
seems
about
like,
what
like
you're
no matter
saying.
what, like you're very aware of like how you're gonna put together and like your silhouette. Maybe not necessarily like how you're looking, but like at least your silhouette of how it all looks.
Yeah.
So like, say if it was black and white and you were just like a cutout, like it's still gonna look decent.
Well, thank
Right?
you. Thank
Like
you.
that's I feel like that's what you more so look for than anything else.
Yeah.
So
Oh, definitely.
John, you're just creative.
thanks.
That's all.
John
Yeah.
sort of gives me like, you guys ever heard like retro futurism? It's like in the 60s and 70s, they designed what they thought the future would be like.
Yeah.
I feel like John's style is like if somebody in the 50s and 60s was like, this is what grunge and like rock is going to be like in 2020. Like it's just sort of got like the stab of like, sort of like a hippie vibe, but also like a 90s Nirvana grunge vibe, but also modern.
The hair helps.
Yeah, like a modern take on what that style was, but also can be,
John's
especially with
like,
how you're
"Fuck
creating
yeah,
it and
dude."
everything.
It's a good
keep
way to
cutting your hair
explain
like
it.
that.
Yeah,
It's a
John's
cool
face
way.
right now as you were saying, he's like, "Fuck yeah!"
It's a
dude.
cool. It's a
I'm
cool way to
retro
think about it.
hippieism.
Well, like I never really thought about it that way necessarily.
Yeah.
Like I've always just thought about like my own way, I guess. Like I
Well,
don't
it
think
is,
about it
because
in
that's what's so
anyone else's.
individual about it.
Yeah. So I don't really think about it necessarily how other people are going to think about it. Which is why it's so like so nice to hear it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's how like kind of other people are like imagining what I'm like kind of going for, whether or not it's like actually what I'm going for it's cool to see like what other people think I'm going for.
Yeah.
Like what other people think like my idea is, because I think it can show like a lot. Like, because if your idea is like something completely different from what you're actually thinking you want it to be, then like, you know, maybe it's a sign that like, maybe you should like change it slightly, or maybe it's a sign that's like, it's perfectly where you want it to be.
Yeah.
You know, if it's like a very hollow thought necessarily, like, you know, like, oh, I wonder what this guy thinks about blah. Like if something very shallow, I guess, but it could be explored very deeply.
Mhm.
So, but
I think-
I appreciate it. I mean, like what you said about, I would say that's like fairly accurate. Like it's like whenever I go for pieces and like I put pieces together, I very much so think about like, I guess what other people would kind of think, but like not necessarily whether or not they would like it, but necessarily what they like, if they did like it, what would they like about it? Yeah. Like not necessarily like, oh, do they like it or dislike it? But like, if they liked it, what would they say they liked about it? Like, did they like how it's, you know, put together? Like, would they like the colors? Would they like, kind
You're
of
thinking more of
would
like,
they
what
like
would
how
their-
like the
what would
shape
their
of
feet-
It's like you're making me suck your dick, Smitty.
Just calm down.
You just keep on showing my mouth
Hey,
towards like
settle
the
down,
phallic
okay?
shaped
Just trying to
object.
keep this PG.
But it's like, it's more, is it PG?
nope.
Okay, that's what I thought. You dumb cunt fucker.
Somebody do me. Somebody
I
do
feel
me.
like so.
But, yeah,
I need to do
I
a
would say
circle.
Anthony go. Anthony
So I
go.
feel like
Yeah.
Smitty is
Tyler
like
explains, or Anthony explains it well.
Smitty is
explains it
log cabin chic. Like
That's
he
so
like
holy shit.
he likes
That's so
he likes
good.
he likes comfort, and
He's
it needs to be
Canadian chic.
simplistic, but it's also like he'll be wearing a bomber jacket. He'll be like, man, dude, that thing's pretty slick. He'll be like, yeah, $2,500 from YSL. And I'll be like, I'm gonna go kill myself.
Now, hold on a minute.
But you could also be wearing like a $10 basic, or you could flip it. It could be like a really nice like rude shirt with like a something you thrifted. But all of it says like
right?
Hmm.
Your lone wolf was
all of
Wolf
it's
baby.
stylish, but all of it
Wolf.
also says like comfort first, style second. Like, I don't really
Absolutely.
care what your perception of my image is. It's that I'm comfortable and I feel good.
Yeah.
But the log cabin chic is just because obviously because of the Canadian thing. I had to.
Yeah.
But because it's always like a warm, you're always layered. Even when in the warmer months, you're always layered.
Yeah.
I see
Yeah.
that. It's just like, he's always like, his is like always a cozy fit.
Yeah.
I see his is like constantly cozy.
Every time I see you, I'm like, God, I want to snuggle fuck you.
All right, I wouldn't say mine's that far, but yeah, pretty close.
There, like
It's
this
probably
little- this
further.
little rosy milk bag.
Yeah, I just
cheeks.
want to fuck your ass. I just want to fuck your
By
ass
the
and pretend it's an
fire.
Ugg boot.
Why would you want a fucking Ugg boot?
Because they got cotton in them and they're soft.
Jesus Christ.
I want a posh fucking Ugg boot.
If you're gonna go to John's house, you're just gonna find an Ugg boot with a fleshlight. Like, what is that, John?
Have you guys
that's-
ever fucked a
That's my
fleshlight?
fug boot.
Go.
No.
No? Tyler,
No.
no? Anthony?
What?
Have you ever fucked a fleshlight?
One time.
Smitty?
Never.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, somebody
Was it
got it
pretty
for my
good?
birthday as a gag gift, and I fucked it. And I'm like,
It's
I don't want to
not
clean
that
this.
good,
So I
right?
threw it away.
Dude, yes. I got one because I'm like, this would be cool. Not
You need
fucking
to tell me I have
worth
to
it, dude.
deconstruct this thing and run it through the bathtub just so I can fuck it again.
It's not fucking
No.
worth it.
My hand is as clean as this.
They need disposable.
And I'm done.
They need disposable.
Yeah,
flashlights,
you know,
dude.
like they have like
actually Tengas. They have them in Japan. Tengas. They're called Tengas.
Tangas.
Why
It's
do you
like
know
a
this?
single
He is
fuck toy.
research.
Well, there you
No,
go.
okay. Well, like I don't want to promote people freely, but Jake and Bake Live is like he streams in Japan and like Chinese. Maybe it's China a lot, but like there's like thing called Tengas, and like there's just like these one-time use fleshlights,
How
You
much
just-
are they?
like $15 maybe.
For one use?
I think
That
so.
shit better fucking.
From what I've heard, they're great. Like, because I know Soda Poppins also used them. Like, from what I've heard, like they're pretty fucking pog. You know, if we're
Okay.
gonna
Okay.
be using Twitch lingo here, but I've heard great things about them. So I don't know. I personally,
I'm out.
well, like
I'm
if
out,
I'm being
dog.
honest here, you know,
Can't
let's
do
just let it all out. I have like one of those little ones that have like the ass and the vagina in it. Not worth the money. Do not if
It's like
you're
one of the
looking
ones
to
you
buy a
just sit on your bed.
flashlight.
It looks like a slab of like
It
ballistics
looks like
jelly.
you killed a girl and chopped her into a
big. It's like this big. It's just not worth it. It's like a small ass and like vagina. It's just like
I would.
It's not worth having to like clean it out and just.
Yeah.
Where do you put it?
I literally put it in the box that it came in because
Where does that sit in your closet?
No, it sits under my bathroom fucking sink because I use it. I just don't use it that often.
Like, your roommates know.
I put it there. No, I told him.
It's like, sorry, honey, I don't.
Like, if you ever want to borrow it, let me know.
We were drunk as fuck one night. I was just like, yeah, I have a fleshlight. Here it is. And I brought it out.
I wouldn't be opposed to trying one, but I just don't seek it. You
They're
know,
cool.
I'm not going to go to the point of ordering one.
Sex
Cool,
toys
but
are such a common thing for women. We need to make them we need
I
to
wish
make
they
them
were
less
better-
taboo. For
Have you
No,
seen
absolutely.
the auto blowers, dude?
Can
There's
I
like
ask
these
a question?
auto
You all
blowjob
real quick?
machines. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Hit us.
Would you guys get pegged?
We already did.
Is this how we're gonna
This
close?
was an hour and a half ago. We had the
Did we
same
talk
fucking
about this?
conversation.
Did we
Yes,
talk
we
about getting
already did.
pegged?
It was your first question.
Would you guys get pegged?
No.
No, same
I'm
answer.
not into
Nothing's
it.
So
changed.
after all
All right,
this,
skip it
after
all.
a few
Fuck it, I don't
drinks,
give a
my
fuck
opinion
then.
has
Would
not
you?
changed.
Fuck yeah, I'll get pegged. What the hell?
All right. Thank
Why
you
would
so
the
much
fuck
for
would you
watching the
guys get not
podcast.
Okay, why do you not want to get pegged?
Because I just don't think I'd enjoy something in my butt.
Gay.
Sure. I just don't think it's for me.
So-
Next topic.
I'm not necessarily interested in somebody pegging me, but I have heard that. Oh boy, we're really going there, aren't we?
It's a fun topic.
So I've heard that say you're like on all fours and someone behind you comes up behind you and jerks you off from behind.
Oh, that's
Apparently, if they
bad.
do that and then like,
milking.
and this is where it gets weird, like breathe like into your ass while you climax, it's supposed to be like fire hydrant shit. like like cake batter painting the walls. Like I've heard
John is so intrigued
John's
right now.
like, okay.
I never heard this. I don't know.
So if you get on all fours, you get yourself milked like a cow.
Thank you so
Don't tip
much
me.
for watching the
Like
WILDCAST.
This is sponsored.
they are milking the
appreciate it.
single bull udder, and then they
I
they
can't do
just
this.
whisper sweet nothings into your rectum. Apparently, you just like, dude, it's like a frosting factory.
No, that's enough for me.
All
Thank you
right,
so much for watching the WILDCAST.
guys.
This video is sponsored
thank you
by
for sticking
Raid
around.
Shadow Legends.
All right, we can fucking end it there. There'll be another time.
Do we have
There's
to
so
end it
many.
there?
Wait,
Do
one
we
last
have
question.
to?
One last question. What,
One
for
la-
me that I have
No,
for
from
you guys?
Yeah. Do you have any?
I could go back. I had more questions about the fashion shit.
I mean,
Okay,
feel
go
free.
First of all,
ahead.
Anthony never got to me. You know, he
Okay.
did
Oh,
too.
okay.
And nobody.
You're tall.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're tall, which is impressive. The fact that you can even find shit
just
that
gonna
fits
breathe
you
into the
properly.
mic.
that's
So.
a hard part.
Yeah,
which
I
is
know.
why I don't ever spend more than like $50 on denim because it's too risky.
Denim.
Yeah, fair enough.
Denim.
The rest.
Denim.
Okay.
Whenever I see you, Tyler, and you're fashionable, I feel like, you know, the old wise tale Jack and the Beanstalk.
Uh huh.
You are the fashionable giant,
Yeah.
and I want to
Okay.
see your beanstalk.
Oh.
Again, thank
No.
you for listening to the WILDCAST.
It's 1:30 in the morning.
This is getting
so much.
This is getting way too
Gotta
horny.
answer your-
This is getting way too horny.
Okay. All right.
But I really
Alright.
do. I do like your style, and you're able to pull off things that people like myself cannot necessarily pull off because you're so much taller. Specifically, certain sneakers, like you can wear the Fear of Gods, or you can wear Jordan 1s with everything. And if
Yeah,
I
you
do
don't-
that, I look
Yeah.
like a hobbit.
You don't have to like worry about things looking too long on you, which is really
No.
nice.
You're
That's
like
like
those
my
things
favorite
where-
shit to find is super drapey shit. And shit
like
that's
I
longer.
find like
But
some
you do
shoes that
find it,
look
and it all works.
huge on me, and like on you they just look normal because like you're so tall.
Like your fit
Like,
yesterday
it
was
fits
like
so well
a
for
really
some of the
fancy
things.
pea coat, but also like Fear of God sneakers.
Yeah.
And that
nice fit.
theoretically probably should make sense. It's almost like a business casual, but fucking elevated to a whole new level. And that's really hard to pull off because you could wear that shit to a club or you could wear that to a business meeting. And either way, you're still coming home with some
There was
pussy.
also a
That's one of my
cowboy.
favorite combos.
There was a
is those Fear
cowboy on
Gods
his
with
hoodie. I
drapey
just want to
shit.
point that out.
Huh?
There was a cowboy on his hoodie as
That
well.
was
There was.
That was after.
There was
that
a
was
cowboy
that was
on his
later
hoodie.
that night.
Oh,
a
was
cowboy
it?
on
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That still looked
Nice
good.
cowboy right here.
So I
looked
looked at
real
you
good.
and I was like, okay. For people listening audio only, I looked Tyler up and down and I was like,
He
okay.
stopped for a brief second towards my junk and then kept going up. But yeah,
So was that an approved fit or no?
Yeah, no, it worked.
I like that one.
Because
I
he was
thought
like,
it
it's
good.
tall. It's like, it's hard for tall guys to pull shit off because it's like their options are limited.
Yeah.
Like, really. In fashion, it's just like, it tends to be, honestly, like we were talking about, like Asians, like They tend to work towards like only
They
recently.
are the Supremo human.
Well, Balenciaga only started recently making 2 different sizes of different T-shirts. Right?
Yeah,
They made
massive
ones
and
for,
tiny.
for fat Americans.
Oversized, not
made
sized
ones,
enough.
Yeah, they made ones for fat Americans and then fucking skinny Asians. You know, like they only recently started doing
I
that.
tried on an extra small in the new collection, and it was still too big.
Yeah, no, it's mental. Yeah,
I'm not surprised at all.
It is outrageous.
it's crazy.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure like whenever they make like new sizes, like their extra small is just actually like large, but like extra large,
Yeah.
but like smaller. If you're gonna put something near my face, Smitty, could you make it your cock?
Like I got an off-white piece for the, what was it? Spring 2019
Yep.
season. And I got an extra small. And that's the one I was wearing the other day, that white one.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah, that's an extra small.
Wow.
Wow.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
No,
Sizes
that's
are
pretty
wonky.
great. Actually, it makes you feel fantastic.
It does
Yeah.
until I got to go buy somewhere else's designs, and I'm like a double XL, and I'm like, holy fuck! I can't wait.
Wake up call.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Like
dude,
a
this all
reality.
saying XXL. Like I'm just like fuck.
I think we could wrap this up just by
Yeah.
saying thank you,
I'm
Virgil, for
fat.
making me feel skinny.
Virgil, thank you for making your S an XXL.
All right. Last thing. Each of you, if you have anything you want to promote or shout out. Smitty, you got some new merch coming. When's that coming? Do we know?
Oh no, that's
You've
not
teased it.
announced yet. It's
You
definitely
teased it.
teased, but when's
Be
this
on the lookout then.
podcast coming out?
I don't know. It could be a week or two.
Oh yeah, be on the lookout then. Yeah, that's the plan.
What's
I don't have a date.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's pretty much
John?
it. Just love and life.
Eventually I'll have merch coming out. It's gonna be better than anything you've ever had in your life. So you go ahead and prepare for it.
There you go. Start saving your money now.
Hopefully, if ideally custom cut, so not like a typical silhouette. So we'll see how it goes. But
Anthony?
have a good day.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I want some of that.
Yeah.
I have new merch dropping March 20th.
New merch.
There's also something else coming out soon.
Ooh.
Kind of merch,
Ooh.
kind of not.
So much
Keep
merch.
it a secret, or
Save
can
your
you
money.
leak it?
Save your money, fuckers.
I'm gonna have new merch coming soon as well. No, go ahead, Anthony.
Just
Just
don't
kidding.
buy any
Finish.
of it. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Can you guys leak what it might be?
No.
Okay.
It might be
Anything
a
else?
toy.
Is
Not
it a
a
flash-
sexual
Ooh,
one.
a flashlight?
Unless you're,
Oh, damn it.
into that kind of stuff.
I got excited.
I was hoping I was gonna go on my ass.
I mean, it can.
Okay.
Depends on which way you sit on it.
Anyway,
Wait a
I'm
minute.
okay with.
Just goatsy it. You should be fine.
Jesus Christ. Anything else? We gotta wrap this shit up. I think they're
I think we're
closed.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely closed. They're going to kick us out. There's a bunch of drunk white people up there. That's why it took me so long to get my drink. And just an FYI, guys, this isn't my podcast. Craig and I are not on it. I'm just
This
drunk
is
in
me,
here.
and I just pick whoever I want every
This
time.
is the
I'm the only reoccurring person for sure.
WILDCAST.
It's
Yeah.
the wild
Welcome to the
Wild
I still get tweets all the time like, when's the next episode coming out? Like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I gotta pee.
Well, I have to pee as well.
Perfect.
Thank you
I
guys
might
for
pee
coming
with
on.
you.
I appreciate it.
Can I
Also,
hold
I'm
your
gonna have
hand?
a YouTube
It was a
coming
great
out
time
March
coming
13.
on.
Check
I
that
wish
out.
we had
so
more
we
time.
could pee,
Yeah, I
right?
am too. That's
What?
what I was
We
talking
could
about.
pee.
Hey,
Pee?
this isn't over yet.
I know. I was just saying. I wish I had more time.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Now it's
Guys,
over.
thank you guys so much for watching. I hope now it's over.